7 o'clock. For tickets, call 904-621-0700 or visit jacksharks.com. That's 904-621-0700 or jacksharks.com. Let's go!
Let's go!
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Good morning.
Oh, good morning.
Good morning!
Coogan Nation. Time to rise and shine and start your day with Duval Sports Media Big Steppers. Dan Hicken.
You know it!
Jeff Prosser.
It's a big deal.
Gosh, it sure is a big deal.
And E to the T.
E.T. is in the booth.
Rise and shine. Coogan's Go Time on a Friday morning. I see you 6 o'clockers. I see you getting the weekend rolling. Look, you know what the bright side is? About 2:30, we're cracking open cold ones. You hear me? All right, so let's get up. Let's get through it here. Get to the weekend. Welcome aboard. It's GFL Friday. You're listening to The Drill. We are completely interactive with you, as we are every morning. You can reach us via the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures at 641-1010. That's also the phone number here in the studio. Good luck, unless you're trying to prize pick. And there's always old school email at the drill at 1010xl.com. Game one of the finals goes as I think most would project the finals to go. It's pretty clear that Boston has the best team. Remember, ET, yesterday we did the top 10 players in the finals, and you had Luka and Kyrie, two of the top three, and then you only had one more Mav in the top 10.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it felt that way, right? And we talked about it that way heading in. They got nothing from Kyrie. Kyrie, one of his worst nights as a pro, returning to the scene of what Boston fans would say the crime. Held in check, 30-something% shooting. The Mavs fell so far behind, 29, I think it was, in the first half. I had long ago given up on it, but, we DVR just to make sure, and lo and behold, they didn't cut it to 8 in the second. And then Boston went on a run. I'm not going to be that, analytics guy, 22-1 run over, but it was a run. And they pulled it back out to basically 20, and Boston cruises to an easy 107-89 victory in round one. Luka did his part, 30-10, but just one assist, which I believe I saw was a career playoff low for Luka in assists. That would make sense, right? With one. That sounds about right. Look, earlier in the week, the Jags ran through the defensive assistants as they wrap up this round of OTAs, and we look to the minicamp, which will be the final stamp before things get serious. Yesterday, it was the defensive coaches. The offensive coaches, for the most part. I shouldn't be as exclusive as I was, but for the most part, right, we heard from the outside linebackers coach. We've heard from the special teams coach. We've heard from the D-line coach. We've heard from the defensive coordinator. Some of the offensive assistants yesterday, wide receiver, running back, offensive line. And I found myself thinking about those three position groups, knowing that I have these three position coaches at our disposal this morning. Each has its strengths and each has its weaknesses. E.T., however you want to base your ranking, whether you are doing it, in the framework of week to week or how good you are compared to the league, rate those three units for me for the Jaguars.
What were they again?
Wide receiver, running back, offensive line. Rank them on the Jags, not versus the league, or just for internal purposes. Strongest to weakest, those units. Running back, wide receiver, offensive line.
I'm going the way you said it first. Wide receiver, running.
Wide receiver, number one.
Yeah, that's number one.
Okay.
I'm going to go offensive line, running back.
Okay. Interesting. I mean, the screaming need around here for the last couple of years, and really, if we were going to assign blame, it would be to the O-line. It's interesting to have them at 2, and I'm assuming, that's a tough one. Mm-hmm. Chicken or egg? That's a chicken or egg question. Because if the offensive line is indeed 2, I think by the end of the year you would put running backs 2. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, if they're good enough to give I think Etienne has proven with Give me a chance here, guys. I mean, he's made a ton of big plays in 2 years. Run for a yacht line. I wonder where Travis Etienne would be combined rushing the last 2 years. Top 5, I bet. What do you think, E? Wasn't he like 4th in the league in 2022?
He was, yeah, for sure, top 10.
And then this year he was like 7th or 8th, I believe, right? Didn't Etienne have another 1,000-yard year?
Yeah.
Now, the 1,000, man, it gets cheaper and cheaper, doesn't it? Like the 1,000 was the standard. Work with me here, gang. Way back in the day, even before your boy here, they played a 12-game season. So 1,000 yards, I mean, you're getting almost 100 a game. Then we went to 14 games, and much of my well, I shouldn't say much, but the first half of my childhood was played with a 14-game schedule. Then they went to 16 games in like 1970, 8 maybe, 77, 78. So now it's 16, so a 1,000-yard season is even further diminished. And now with 17 games, I mean, shoot, just go out there and get me, about 60 yards? 60 yards a game, you'll be 1,000 yards, but it'll still be the marker for sure.
Yeah. So he had last year he had just over 1,000 with 1,008, and the year before he had 1,125. The rookie year he did not play a game.
Correct. Got hurt in the preseason his rookie year. That, by the way, behind the unit that we have kind of identified as we've gone along as the weakest, right? If we were grading the Jaguars 3 units the last 2 years, wouldn't O-line be 3 in the spot both times?
Yep.
You're putting a lot of stock in a couple of things. Mitch Morse at center. A full, healthy season from Cam Robinson. That was a knock on wood, buddy. Thank you, though. Thanks for the quick attention. E and I can't see each other. We'll take you inside the business. We like to peel back the curtain, make you a part of the team here in the morning. The other shows won't do that. Too pretentious. But E and I cannot see. I can see a portion of E. Like right now, I basically see his right shoulder, his right forearm there as he's, diligently working. We each have to do a little bit of a lean to see each other.
Lean with it, rock with it.
Yeah, and it's harder for me to lean because I'm usually talking.
Right.
So occasionally we do some little visual audio clues, right? It would be considered, I was thinking about this one day when I was doing it. It's like the rudest thing someone can do to you is this, right? It's like the rudest thing. But when you're doing a radio show and
you got to do everything.
You're trying to get the attention of a dude who can't see you, but if you put your hand up here, it can. And I feel like, lemonade, please, E.T.
Yeah.
Maybe some lemonade, friend. There you go. Curtain peeled back. Not that pretty, is it, gang? Huh? What is so anyway, Celtics take game 1 easy. Jags position coaches talk, so we'll hear from all 3. Wide receiver, we'll hear the state of those units as it looks to the guys that are in charge of getting the very most out of them. E.T., what's your biggest pet peeve as a driver? As a commuter? Yeah, and there's probably about 3 go-tos for everybody, right? I mean, if it was a quickie poll, you put the 4 down there. This one would probably be, 3 or 4 options. But is there one in particular for you?
Yes, I won't say how I'd want to say it. Stop following me so close.
Okay, that's a good one. Perfect. That's one.
You want another one?
Yeah, give me another one.
Oh.
Give me a few.
Okay, well, stop following me so closely.
Okay, that's a good one.
When I could visually see you texting and driving, with your knees, come on, man.
Yeah, that's annoying. And a lot of times you'll kind of see him drift
a
little bit. You don't quite know. What are you doing there? Okay, good. That's 2.
Man, when I'm at a light and it literally just turned green, I'm looking at it. They're honking at me before it even turns green.
Another good one. None of those 3 were even on my radar, so that's good. Okay, so there's 3. I'll give you one. This one doesn't come into play when most people are out driving around. You 6 o'clockers can maybe feel me on this one. But a lot of times when you pull up, and it's intended for, higher traffic times, but sometimes you can, say you're pulling up and you got to go underneath an overpass and then take a left and then veer up onto either an interstate or a bigger highway, right? And a lot of times at those lights, they'll have 2 lanes.
2 lanes, yep.
2, and then eventually it merges into 1, right? I hate when it's early in the morning and there's 3 cars in the left lane because we're all in line and we're going to go, and then the one joker comes up on the right side.
Oh, yeah.
His time's more important, right?
Yeah.
And so I always wish in my head, I'm like that guy in the front, I'm like, gun it on him, man. I mean, ultimately you're going to let the guy in, but it's just so rude to me. Again, I'm not talking about in the middle of the day where you're supposed to get 8 on each side or 9 and 4. You're supposed to get the traffic moving. But when you got 2 or 3 jokers sitting there, and anyway, so that's one for me. But the second one, and I think this is my number one, and I'm going to say this, and some of you aren't going to believe it, but the truth is I unleash it on you. But I'm not a road rager. Like, I don't get all excited and demonstrative, and I don't lose my mind. Doesn't mean I can't identify a jackass when I see one, but feel me on that. And by the way, they're not rants. They're PPOs. Prosser, passion, observations. Get it right. Now, mine is, are you folks out there in the left lane like you are driving on your driveway? And I'm not talking about getting frustrated because there's a dude on the major highway in the left lane and he's only going 65. I'm not talking about that guy. I'm talking about the guy who's going 55 or 60, or 60, and it's just backing everything. And he won't, for the love of Pete, he just won't get in the lane you're supposed to get in. And it's even worse on, say, like Southside. Three-lane road, and I don't even know what the speed limit is. It might be 45. If there's a soul driving 45 on Southside Boulevard this morning, I'd be shocked. But that dude who gets in the left lane and just that's just a mess for everyone. Why are you going 40 miles an hour, Jack? Why? And if you do want to go 40 miles an hour, more power to you. Why are you in this lane? PPOs, that's what we call them.
Passionate.
Prosser, passion, observations. Nothing more, nothing less. I don't know where the Atlanta Braves would be without Marcell Ozuna. Wouldn't be in a good spot. I was quite sure the Braves were going to go fold the tent and lose to the Nationals last night on the road, and they trailed 2-0 headed into the 8th inning. Then they got, maybe it was the 7th. Got a little homer happy. Adam Duvall. Hey, we got an Adam Duvall sighting. Hit a homer to make it 2-2. And then the Braves added insurance in the 8th inning with 3 more runs, 2 coming in on Marcell Ozuna, home run. So Braves bats that have been just absolutely ice cold. I mean, this is a team that ripped through the major leagues last year. I mean, destroyed it, tied the all-time record for home runs in a season. And it was spread across the board, 30 home run seasons from Albies and Riley and Acuna and Olsen. They had like 9 guys or 10 guys hit at least 20. I mean, they just mashed all year. And why they were so dangerous is if you looked across, say you pull up ESPN's team stats leaders, and you go across, you got batting average, home runs, RBIs, on-base percentage, hits in this case. Last year for the Braves, that might be 3 different guys in those 5 categories. This year, batting average, 312, by the way, which isn't exactly winning the batting crown. 312, Marcell Ozuna. Home runs, now 18, Marcell Ozuna. RBIs, 55 RBIs for Marcell Ozuna already, and they're, I believe, played their 60th game last night. 55 RBIs, Marcell Ozuna. On-base percentage, 389. Marcell Ozuna. Hits, 69 hits with Albies and Riley and Michael Harris Jr. and Acuna's hurt, of course, so his numbers get down. Marcell Ozuna is never supposed to lead you in hits. But with 69, he does. And so on a roster that has Michael Harris hitting 236 right now, with Matt Olson hitting 222, Arcia's hitting 220, Albies. No, I'm sorry. I'm giving you the wrong batting averages. I was going by. Hold on. Let me at least be accurate. Albies is hitting 272. He's hit 4 homers. Third on the team in hitting is Jared Kelenic, gang. Acuna was hitting only 250. He had only 4 homers when he went down. Michael Harris Jr. is hitting 250. He's only got 5 homers. Matt Olson's hitting 234. Austin Riley's hitting 232. He's hit 3 home runs. And he's played. Sean Murphy's been injured and out of the lineup most of the year, hitting 154. Adam Duvall, $195. The disappointing season that is would be just hellacious if Marcell Ozuna, which 90% of Braves Nation wanted, shot into the sun in a slingshot last April or May, perhaps wouldn't even be in line for a wild card, for Pete's sake. All right, one of the strangest realities in sports, because he's been so good and dominant when he's been good and dominant, is that Scotty Scheffler has never won a golf tournament after the month of April in his career. That's just so shocking. I mean, he does all his damage and all those, I say all of them, he's like 11 or 12 now, from January to April. The memorial is going on now. That little stat's going to be put to the test, it looks like. We got Captain Kevin Favor on the other side. Big fishing tournament this weekend. Not too late for you late birds, I don't think. Perhaps they're sold out already. Let me check. But we'll talk a little bit about that and more with Captain Kev. Going to get to these Jaguars assistants. We're lined up on a Friday for you. Looking forward to having some fun. We've got the quarterback whisperer, Denny Thompson, as always, joining us this Friday, and much more. It's a GFL Friday. You're listening to The Drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
I think we're ready for a tournament.
We are so flipping good.
Attention, Googans. Come drive, drop, and dink with The Drill Friday, June 14th.
That's our first tournament.
At the Fruit Cove Recreation Club. Cash prizes, free swag, beginner's clinic, and Jeff E.T. and I in an exhibition match?
It looks so easy.
Go to thefruitcove.com and click on the 1010 flyer. To sign up your men's, women's, or mixed team, that's thefruitcove.com.
We are so good at pickleball.
Sponsored by good friends at Injury Care Centers and Renewal by Anderson Windows and Doors.
Your cooling system isn't working. Maybe somebody showed up with a portable electronic device. Then they discussed with you what your options are. Maybe they gave you an estimate that seems like an awful lot of money. What's the smart thing to do? When the situation merits a second opinion, get a Mike Merritt opinion. Yes, the Mike Merritt Comfort Team shows up with hand tools. We've never been able to fix an air conditioning problem with a tablet. Mike Merritt has been the trusted name for more than 30 years because there's never any hocus pocus. The Merritt team will walk you through the diagnostic steps up close and personal and show you exactly what you need. And the Mike Merritt price is likely to be far less because there's never an overtime charge, and the Merritt team doesn't work on commission. So remember, when it comes to the health of your cooling system, a second opinion can only help, and a Mike Merritt opinion can save you money. Florida license CACO 50384.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Hey everybody, Mike Dempsey here for Dandy Foods. Dandy subs and sandwiches. Look, we always want you to think about those great options as you're driving around Duval. But the beauty is, even as I'm dropping pounds, Dandy's got great options for me as well. Told you all about their protein packs, delicious salads that they have out there. They have fruit cups for on the go. You know what they have. Veggie snack trays. You can grab those on the go as well. Perfect, healthy snack. Dandy is the name to know when you're on the go. So stop into a Gate store anywhere around Duval and make yours a dandy. And do it today.
Hicken here with Zero Res. If you're like me, you like to sit on the sofa and recliners and watch a good game or show. You know, unwind down from the day. But sometimes TV time means food, drink, and a mess as well. That's why you need to have the Zero Res truck out and get that furniture looking great again. All of June, Zero Res offering 25% off all upholstery cleaning, 25% off a sectional, off a sofa, 25% off a love seat, 25% off your favorite recliner. Zero Res, man. You spell it forwards, you spell it backwards. Zero Res. It's the right way to clean.
Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you. Call 904-722-1111.
Instant Keys saves the day if you've lost or broken keys. They can program new keys and remotes for nearly every make and model of vehicle at a fraction of the dealership cost. Fast, honest, and reliable locksmith service. Call Instant Keys, 722-1111.
It's soccer around the world, and here at home on the Sporting Jack Soccer Hour, Monday evenings on 10:10 a.m. Join Cole Pepper, Mauricio Ruiz, and Becky Burley for Soccer Talk, Mondays at 6 on 1010XL.
When you step into a courtroom, you're stepping into a fight. Someone wins, someone loses. I'm attorney Brett Hastings, and at Hastings Injury Law, we've got the experience you want in your corner if you or a loved one suffer a personal injury or a wrongful death. We're here to fight for you. So if you get hit, hit back with Hastings Injury Law, offices Jacksonville. Find us on the web at 904hitback.com or call our 24-hour helpline, 904-HITBACK.
Ready to drive away with a fortune? Join us at Best Bet St. Augustine for our Fairways to Fortune giveaway. Over $30,000 in prizes are up for grabs, including a top-of-the-line 6-seater golf cart. Join us July 27th at Best Bet St. Augustine for the big giveaway and hourly cash drawings. Come play and win big at Best Bet St. Augustine, located on State Road 207, seconds away from the I-95 exit. Visit bestbetjax.com for details. That's bestbetjax.com, and we'll see you in St. Augustine.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
Stevie Beatrice from Beatrice Plumbing here. A lot of plumbing companies say a lot of things. We focus on what customers say. Like who a few weeks ago, Donna, said the entire experience was the best fix-it experience she ever had. Or Chris, whose hot water went out on a Saturday and he thanked us for getting it fixed that night. Because that's the difference when you hire a real plumber. They show up to fix the problem. So next time you need a plumber, remember Beatrice Plumbing. Because real plumbers fix problems real fast.
I want to make our backyard into a paradise, but where do I start?
A few people I know chose CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living. They do it all: fire pits, pergolas, and custom outdoor kitchens.
That sounds convenient, but I don't want a half dozen subcontractors milling around.
CSS is a licensed contractor, so they do 100% of the work themselves, from start to finish.
That's perfect. Let's get an estimate.
Well, I already toured their showroom last week.
Ha! Well, what are we waiting for? Let's do it.
CSSOutdoor.com. 1010XL is presented by Berra & Berra, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, Captain Kevin Favors Fishing Report. Brought to you by CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living. You dream it, we build it. On 1010XL.
All right, 6 o'clockers, this is the deal. We're going to hydrate right now, and about 3:30 this afternoon, we're going to rehydrate, if you know what I'm saying. A little something, something. It's a hot one out there. We bring in Captain Favor on the, appropriately enough, All-Pro Roofing hotline. Talk a little bit about the fishing scene. Yeah, the old schoolers going to get put to...
we got a lot going on, buddy.
We got a lot going on. First, give us the weather update for what's coming and what is.
I think first off, I think the weather's going to be absolutely perfect.
Okay, good.
Yeah. I don't see any issues with seas at all. Again, we're beach fishing. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? We're not running 20, 40 miles offshore. We're beach fishing.
That's kind of the charm and the uniqueness of the event.
Exactly, and I think it's. I would, if I had to guess, I would say 60% of the boats are probably under 26 feet.
Okay.
So these are the kind of conditions that we like. It's gonna be good. It's been a very strange week of fishing, bro. There has been no bait on the beach, and there's been no bait anywhere. And so literally, for the third time in my career, on Thursday, I called it on Wednesday. I called my day at 10 o'clock. I ran everywhere. I did everything I knew to catch bait, and I couldn't catch bait. Now, with that being said, it sounds like yesterday there was bait that showed up off of Jacksonville Beach, and sounds like yesterday afternoon off of St. Augustine Beach the bait showed up, which it should have, because we've had onshore winds for a week. The water in St. Augustine looks like the damn Keys. Wow. I mean, it's unbelievable. So yesterday it switched to offshore, which dirties up the surf, which brings bait back. So I have a strange feeling that it'll be there today, and it'll be there for the tournament also.
What are the rules on the bait again for the Daly's Old School Kingfish Shootout?
So you can buy ribbon fish. That's the only thing that you can buy.
Okay.
You have to leave the dock with an empty live well, and you can start trying to catch bait at 5 a.m. So, you can try to catch mullet. You can go fish underneath the lights for bluefish or something like that, at 5 o'clock. So, I mean, there's a lot of ways. You just have to be inventive. You can't just put your net on the boat and think, this is going to be easy. I'll just go catch some pokies and go. And by the way, I have fished dozens of kingfish tournaments where there was no bait on the beach, and have always caught fish.
Can you catch fish on artificial, and is that allowed?
Yeah, you can. Absolutely. There was a 40-pounder caught on a damn spoon this week off of St. Augustine. Okay. So with that being said, when I talked about all this pretty water, I went inshore fishing yesterday. I had a ring power trip, and I talked to the guys and I said, look, let's just there's no bait on the beach. I'm not going to go out there and run up and down the beach again for and burn 20 gallons of gas. And let me tell you, I had probably one of the best inshore days I've had in 2 years.
Wow!
Yesterday, we had 14 flounder, we had redfish, we had trout, we had black drum, and we had mangrove snapper.
Oh man, take me next time.
I cleaned fish for almost an hour, which I haven't done that. Now we didn't keep all 14 of the flounder, but that's good news because all I kept were big, solid, 3-4 pounders.
Wow.
So
I think I said last week I've never caught a flounder.
I know the inshore fishing is way good.
Nice,
way good, and I've heard the same thing out of Mayport too. So, and it's because of all this really pretty green water that's coming in these inlets. So
right. Well,
I'm fired up. I'm going to go out at 7:30 today and just look around, do a little pre-fishing, and hopefully find some bait. I think that I really do think that it's going to show back up, Jeff. So we'll see what happens.
Well, when it comes to tomorrow's Dailies Old School Kingfish Shootout, that's presented by Yellowfin. That's also the first prize boat. But captain's meetings tonight at 4 or 7, St. Augustine Fish House. And by the way, registration's still open, $350 through I guess up to $400 now. Yeah, $400 still get you in. The field gets leveled. It's a parity-driven tournament. I think it's fair to
it absolutely is.
Hey, I have a question for you because between vacations and bouncing here and there, who won the PGA between me and you? Did you?
Oh, I just killed you.
Oh, you did. You had Rory.
And I also had.
Wow! Did you see how you so quickly said killed you? Huh? Did you hear that?
Yeah,
I mean, real quick. I killed you. Huh? Who was the other one? Who was my
Colin,
best?
Colin.
Who'd I have?
More
Kepka?
Colin.
Oh yeah, more.
Yeah, you had Kepka, and he shot like 100 on
Thank
Saturday.
You. Appreciate that. All right, well, I was just curious.
And the other two guys missed the cut.
MC Hammers. You're just giggling over there. Look at you.
You got weights and fish.
I didn't bring it up. You did.
Hey, I literally brought it up out of curiosity. I didn't expect to get just waylaid, man. Hey, my man E.T.'s threatening to come to the to the weigh-in tomorrow just to scream, "We got weights and fish." Would that be frowned upon?
Yeah, and I told him he's got my phone number. So
hey, by the way, people can't just show up and party.
Yes.
That's a party at those weigh-ins.
No.
Yeah.
Listen, Paul and Lauren do an event, bro.
Oh yeah.
This is for the king, but it's also for the community.
Yeah.
St. Augustine's loving it.
Yeah.
And they have embraced this tournament. So yeah, I mean they're going to have all kinds of entertainment stuff for the kids.
Nice.
You got to come down to the weigh-in and watch people celebrate throwing 30 and 35-pound kingfish up there.
Wow, awesome. All right, have a great weekend. Good luck tomorrow.
Thanks, buddy. Yep,
right.
Y'all have a great weekend.
All right, there he goes. That's Captain Kevin Favor. You know him and love him from the Outdoor Show. Rapidly popular program here on 1010XL for years and years and years. So and we got into a little bit of a peeing match one day on who'd been doing it longer, Dan and I, or Favor in the Outdoor Shows and the boys. I think we just ended in a draw. Not sure. E.T., who's your favorite female broadcaster? You can't say, Mia or Taylor or Lauren or for God's sake, don't let me leave anyone out.
Taylor Rooks.
Okay, who's she?
She works with Amazon Prime, but she does a lot of stuff with the NBA as well.
All right. Okay. I needed to go a step further. I feel you there, and that opens the field. I'm talking about a play-by-play or color commentator doing games.
Probably Doris Burke.
Yeah. Doris Burke. Okay, good. That's the right answer. She's mine too. I won't go so far as to say she's the only one I like, but anyway. She made history last night in the finals.
Did she?
Yeah. First female in any of the major sports to be a part of the game broadcast crew of a championship round. And I liked Van Gundy and Mark Jackson and Breen better than
Me too.
than what they have now. But I've always liked Doris Burke. I thought she's just always been a straightforward shooter. That whole cuteness around when Toronto made the run and Drake said he had a little crush on her. And, here's Doris Burke. I think she has grown kids. And so good for her. She's been in the Basketball Hall of Fame. She was in the broadcast booth last night, and she saw the Boston fans just revel in Kyrie's struggles. 6 of 19 from the field, tied for the worst in his 14 finals games. The Celtics very good in the NBA Finals when they win Game 1, so we got a couple of those kind of trends. Celtics 13-2 all time in NBA Finals when they win Game 1. But then again, although I guess Kyrie's streak ended in Game 5, didn't it?
Yeah, it had ended. Yep.
Yeah, but then they won the next one. But Kyrie had been undefeated when his team was, could eliminate the other. They let the T-Wolves hang around for one game, but then won the next one. So, Finals Game 1, Game 2 will be coming up on Sunday night. I saw a ranking of college basketball transfer portal classes. And if you look at the bulk, right, there's different ways to look at recruiting rankings. And they're kind of apples to oranges. And not that it's necessarily misleading. But if one team adds 8 transfers and another adds 4, the team that added 8 in most recruiting rankings, because they just amass the sum total of your stars or your points or however they're valuing, it's going to end up higher. But another way of doing it, I think it's more applicable in basketball than it would be football. I mean, football, I think there is strength in numbers, right? You're adding depth. I'd rather have 7 3-stars than 2. But in basketball, if you get 7 and an average star of 3.4, you'd be a lot better off if you only got 2 with an average of 5, right? Basketball is a smaller sport. But I saw a ranking based on your prospect, like quality. So it's a quality, not a quantity number. And in that one, Todd Golden's transfer class was in the top 10. It only has 3 or 4 guys, whereas some of the others that are at the top of the transfer portal rankings in college basketball, it's a little bit more. We'll see. Still looking for that first tournament win. Got the Gators to the tournament last year, had the heartbreaking loss in extra time to Colorado. Or I guess it didn't go extra time, did it? They hit that game winner, but Colorado knocked them out. And so that was sorry, I've got distracted here. Oklahoma, 4 straight college softball championships. And as it turns out now, the Lady Gators, the only team to beat Oklahoma in the last 4 years at the College World Series. They are or 3 years, whatever it is. They're like 24-1 in their last 25 tournament games. The Gators got them in that elimination game, and then that really and I wouldn't say had them, but they had them. They're up 5-2. Chance to go and face Texas themselves. And Oklahoma just walloped them back-to-back games. So that's 4 straight, a 4-peat in the Women's College World Series. Back to basketball. It looks like Danny Hurley and the Lakers are going to meet today. This is going to happen, isn't it, E?
It's looking like
it's going to happen. I mean, it's going to happen, and I think that there is a message that was well stated, I thought, pointed out by Hick yesterday. Harbaugh just won the Natty at Michigan, bolted. Hurley's won back-to-back at UConn. His program is strong. They're preseason top 5. I had it with this nonsense. Good luck keeping up with all this. I need a legal staff. I need a law office to go through recruiting. I don't need this nonsense. I don't need this dude, griping because he's only making $850 this year while the other guy on the bench is making 1.1. I don't need to fight off every program in the country every offseason for the talent that I invested in and have developed. I don't need all this. Just send me to the NBA. It's going to be interesting if Hurley ends up coming to agreement with the Lakers. It's going to be interesting to see how he translates. It doesn't always translate from one level to the next. Personalities that work at college don't in the NBA, vice versa. These college guys, man, they're hard line and dictatorial in the way they run it, man. They're the captain of the ship. There is no, second mate. the Patinos and Krzyzewskis and Roy Williams and Jim Boeheims, and they don't trifle, dude. Get in line or get out of the way. This is how we're doing it. I've been doing it this way for 25 years. I know what I'm doing. Come with me or gone. And the NBA doesn't work that way. And rightly so. They're grown men. Many of them with the families and 10-figure bank accounts. And that style of Hurley, I don't. And look, I'm trying to think, is there a coach like that in the league right now, E? Is there a coach that screams at his player, like goes down the line screaming at his guys like you see often in college? There's not,
they
is there?
don't do that.
How many in college basketball? 50.
Right.
At least in moments. How many times have you seen an NBA coach, as his player's leaving the court, grab his player by the front of his jersey and clutch it and scream at him? How many times have you seen that in the NBA?
Right. No, you're not seeing that.
Yeah. Well, go watch UConn's season last year. You'll see it about 100 times from Danny Hurley. And I'm not attaching right or wrong to your style. Nobody's leaving UConn. None of those players leaving UConn with anything but love and mad props and respect for Danny Hurley. But I don't know if you can manage that way at the next level. And maybe you don't need to. Dan Hurley might be plenty smart enough to know that he doesn't need to count on his basketball acumen, personality, relationship building. Who knows? I would say, listen, if I'm a Laker fan, I'd take it. Wouldn't you?
Got to.
100%. We shall see. Jags assistant coaches on the offensive side. Let you hear from a few of those when we come back on the other side. Tee up a football fix up and rolling here on a GFL Friday. You're listening to The Drill.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
This is Brent Musburger's VSIN Action Update on 1010XL. Brought to you by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. When you're stuck, call the Duck. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Chris Sale on the mound for the Atlanta Braves today. He's 8-1 with a 3.06 ERA. He's a $2.05 favorite at Washington. The total 8 over at Nationals Park. Florida Gators tomorrow open up the Clemson Super Regional as a $1.35 underdog against the Clemson Tigers, minus 175. That game being played at Doug Kingsmore Stadium. Today, Tallahassee Super Regional, the Seminoles hosting UConn. Florida State a $3.30 favorite. Huskies plus 240 on the money line. Adam Hadwin, the first round leader at the Memorial, the 666. His odds to win it, 20-1. OmahaSteaks.com, promo code VSIN for big savings on Father's Day gift. Mike Sennett, 1010XL.
AC Hotline, how can I help?
Help! Our AC isn't working, and my husband's pouring ice cubes down his pants.
Wow, okay, well, we can help with the AC issue.
Please. I'm afraid he's going to damage something.
Okay, I'm going to connect you with the Duck.
The Duck?
No, the Duck. Duck Air Conditioning. Jacksonville area's AC experts.
Okay, tell them to hurry.
Beat the Florida heat with Duck Air Conditioning. Service, repairs, new installations, commercial or residential. Trust the Duck. DuckDuckAC.com.
What makes a Honda certified pre-owned vehicle so special? 182-point inspection, 24/7 roadside assistance, first-year free oil changes, and a 7-year, 100,000-mile warranty for carefree driving backed by American Honda. Visit your local Honda dealer today.
Let me get this thing unwrapped here. Duval!
Praz, what in the world are you doing working on your Duval?
That's right, Dan. I really identify with Duval.
You live in St. John's County, knucklehead.
I mean the Duval sub, the Dailies Dash Duval. Turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheeses. Lettuce, tomato, crispy and fresh, like me. I'm sure there's a Dailies Dash sub that sums you up.
The boss.
Because, of course,
oven roasted beef, monster cheese, roasted mushrooms, caramelized onions. It's the boss of all subs. Only available for me.
That's just not true.
What do you mean? I walked in the other day, screamed, "You know it!" and said, "A boss for a boss."
Well, no matter who you are, there is a Dailies Dash sandwich or sub for you.
Go find yours. They may even make you a boss.
I'm sure they will, because it is Dailies Dash.
Where more is better.
And you got that right.
Oh, that big and broke blind. No worries. I'll just go to fish-hook-repair.com and get these hooked on fish again. Oh, and while I'm on the site, I'll check out the pro shop with exclusive fish hook apparel for Jacksonville's coolest anglers. Fish-hook-repair.com. Don't forget the hyphens. It's the place for fishing gear.
Hello, First Coast. I'm sure by now you have seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We're an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We're committed to customer service, reliability, and have an unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today from GFL, Green for Life.
Are you 18 years or older, just got married, just got divorced, or have children? Listen up. Have you done your last will and estate planning? If you have questions, call Matt Hinson with the Hinson Law Firm. Reach him at 527-1700, offices Jacksonville, Florida, and don't let the state decide your fate.
Fish are good at hiding. Captain Kevin can help you find them.
Oh, yeah, that's a big one.
Find more fish on the Ring Power Fishing Forecast Show.
Thursday nights at 6.
Brought to you by Awaken 180 Weight Loss on 1010XL AM.
Ladies and gentlemen, boaters and landlubbers, friends, four-legged and two, this is Lisa the Botanista with a huge announcement. Freedom Boat Club is opening a brand new 4th location. That's right. Freedom Boat Club St. Augustine Shipyard is now open. Now members can enjoy unlimited access at Julington Creek, Jacksonville Beach, St. Augustine Comanche Cove, and St. Augustine Shipyard. Freedom Boat Club members also enjoy reciprocal access to over 400 locations across the world. There's never been a better time to join. We are offering our biggest discount ever to celebrate our brand new location. We own and maintain an entire fleet of boats. Join the club, and as often as you like, you can do water sports, inshore fishing, offshore fishing, sandbar hopping, dining on the water, or just cruising around town. Visit us at the St. Augustine Shipyard or stop by any of our locations to see what the Boatcierge experience is all about. Visit us at freedomboatclub.com.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to website customtreesurgeons.com. That's customtreesurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
This is Keith Catlin for Catlin Truck Accessories, and we are so blessed to be in business for over 100 years. Over 100 years of the best product and customer service means you can count on Catlin. From roll-and lock bed covers to Lear toppers to cam locker toolboxes, Catlin Truck Accessories has you covered when it comes to your truck or van. We do those too. Got a fleet of vehicles? We can outfit them all.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
One name, one location, 100 years, you can count on Catlin.
An ACL tear can be a devastating injury with prolonged pain and rehabilitation. Hi, I'm Dr. George Bari. I'm a sports medicine orthopedic surgeon who grew up right here in Jacksonville and then went on to train with the world-renowned Dr. James Andrews. At Bari Orthopedics, we use the most current techniques to get you back in the field with less pain and quicker rehabilitation. We treat all types of sports injuries with the newest techniques available. Please call us for consultation or visit bariorthopedics.com.
Find out more at bariorthopedics.com. That's BAHRI orthopedics.com.
Hey, David here with Royal Pest Services. Men, are you struggling in the bedroom? Do spiders and roaches have you scared? Visit RoyalPestServices.com and let us help you get that man card back. Guaranteed results on our first visit.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
I don't know. That's yet to be seen, you know. It's too early to tell. Gabe hadn't even been on the field with us. It's been great to have Christian coming back from injury. Got some young guys stepping up. I think that's way too. We're just in shorts and jerseys right now. We haven't even put the pads on. So, getting in training camp, getting them all together out there on the field, we can actually see what we got.
That's the Jaguars wide receiver coach, Chad Hall. I don't. It's interesting, E. I ask you, rank them. Wide receiver, running back, O-line. You put wide receiver number 1 for me.
Yeah, I did.
Going into last season at this time, the Jags' top 4 receivers, as you would expect going into the year. Ridley, Kirk, Zay Jones, Jamal Agnew. Fair?
Fair.
Yeah, those are the wide receivers last year. Those are your top 4 going into the season. Ridley, Kirk, Zay, Agnew. Going into last year, that group of 4 had combined for career-wise 885 catches, 73 touchdowns. The projected top 4 this year, right now, as we sit here, would be Brian Thomas Jr., Christian Kirk, Gabe Davis, Devin Duvernay. I'm assuming, is that the 4? I don't even know. Whoever the 4th is, whatever. If it's a 4th that's not Duvernay, Duvernay has better career numbers than whoever that 4th you want to put in there is. Unless, let's say, Jarvis Landry ends up here. Well, that went cricket quiet, didn't it? That whole Jarvis Landry thing?
Man, is he even still here?
I don't think so.
Yeah, it's quiet.
So anyway, last year's 4 going into the year, 885 career catches, 73 career touchdowns. This year's 4, 633 catches, 62 touchdowns. Take Christian Kirk out of the equation because he's still the same guy. I'm transferring his over. So there are 3. It's Christian Kirk's the only one. The other 3 are different. Brian Thomas Jr., Gabe Davis, Duvernay. If you want to go that way, it's even a bigger hill. Take away Christian Kirk, the other 3 going into this year have a combined 257 catches and 32 touchdowns. Last year, take away Christian Kirk, he had 580 catches and 57 touchdowns. So, a lot to be proven by this wide receiver group. That would be where I wind up at. All right, E.T. chose for number 2, the offensive line. We're going, I started with a philosophical question today, really. Hey, E, if you had to rank our 3, running back, wide receiver, O-line, which order would you go? I think they're really close was kind of the point of what I was saying, but more in line with we're going to hear from all 3 of these position coaches. There were certainly some bright sides last year. If you listen to Phil Rauscher, their offensive line coach, he really believes Anton Harrison has the potential to be a great player here. And Harrison got a lot better the last 6 or 7 games than he performed, like analytically, statistically, pass rush, win rate, sacks allowed. All of those got better at the end of the year. Was able to play really pretty healthy all year, so could be a real breakout for Harrison if we want to be optimistic. They continue to say Walker Little his tape looks better than what happens sometimes out there. So depth chart still open, he says. Admits no one can really know how good an offensive line is in the OTAs. But first and foremost, we got to be able to get the football on 3rd and 1 and know that if we run it twice, we're getting a first down. The big ugly's got to be both. Big and ugly. They're not. I said it last year. We all screamed at it. And sure, everything's relative. They're soft. They were softy. They got pushed around.
I believe it was Sharman.
Sharman's soft. It's true. That's got to get better. Can that all change with Mitch Morse? Or maybe with a healthy Cam all year? I don't know. Short yardage has got to get better. It was pitiful. The Jags were, if not last in the league, among the very bottom. Here's their offensive line coach, Phil Rauscher.
The perception is we're not good at it, and perception is normally reality. So let's get better at that. You know, if we convert more 3rd and 1s, we're going to be a better football team. So we just need to, again, that goes into building an identity, not being a mixed bag of stuff, and deciding we're just going to pound somebody for 3 feet.
All right, E put the running backs number 3. They have a new running back coach, Jerry Mack. What does he think about the Jaguars running back room?
I like the room. I think Travis is a high-end back. I think he's one of the top 5 backs in the league. He's got an opportunity to even get better, in my opinion, than what he is right now. Obviously, he has to continue to stay healthy, and the tank is going to be a big part of that. And I think he's strong. He's a powerful runner. We have to find ways to incorporate him more within the game plan this year, and I think we are, and we can. And I think he's ready to take that next step.
You heard him there, gang. He didn't stutter. He thinks Travis Etienne is a top 5 back. We shall see. Fire up the band. We've got a football fix. Let's give you some other news and notes, headlines, and highlights from around the National Football League. Brought to you by the Jacksonville Sharks. Home this weekend
They home.
I hate to ask this out loud and get everyone's hopes up in the air. Do we have Sharks tickets to give away?
We got some tickets, dog.
Do it here at the end of the segment?
Let's do it.
Okay. I like to celebrate on Fridays for everyone to have fun and frivolity and be regaled with gifts. In this case, Sharks tickets tomorrow night in the tank. E.T. will be there and about 8,000 of his closest friends. It's a great atmosphere. Sharks have struggled this year, but still a fun event each and every night. And they play a team this weekend, Tulsa, that they beat earlier this year. So let's go. Also, by the Julian Hickory Golf Club, the best deal in golf. Go to online, Google Julian Hickory Golf, and set your tee time online. I had a really, really scary incident out in Kansas City yesterday at their OTA. Defensive end B.J. Thompson is in stable condition after having a seizure and going into cardiac arrest. Just 25 years old, taken to the hospital by ambulance. His agent says the player on Thursday evening remained unconscious. BJ is still unconscious at this point, but he's stable and vitals are good. His family asks for your continued prayers. Chiefs sent their players home instead of their regular OTA. Makes sense. They have a practice rescheduled for today. The player is, B.J. Thompson, is a fifth rounder from the 2023 draft, played one game as a rookie last year. But, man, that's scary, isn't it? Now, this is, this report is from, you know what, let me do this. This is an important enough story. Let me get a little bit more of an update. I don't want to say that this... is he still? No. As of 7 hours ago, remains still unconscious. That's scary, man. That's scary. God bless. Prayers to B.J. Thompson out in Kansas City this morning, who goes down with cardiac arrest. Really? Wow. The Eagles have a new offensive coordinator. I don't know if you've caught wind of that here this offseason, and he's Kellen Moore, who's kind of bounced around. So Moore was positioned there in Dallas as maybe a head coach somewhere, right?
Yep.
And he bounced to where the Chargers maybe. Spent a year there, year or two there. Now he's in Philadelphia, and Jalen Hurts says 95% of the Eagles' offense for 2024 is new. Mike McDaniel is pounding one legacy fact home to his Miami Dolphins. It's the pitiful playoff drought that they are on. Miami has not won a playoff game since the early 2000s. Lamar Thomas, I believe it was, Lamar Smith ran wild, and they beat Peyton Manning and the Colts. I think is the last playoff victory for the Dolphins.
Oh, wow.
That's 20-something years, and McDaniel wants to make sure his highly paid group knows it. Man, we can ask Denny about this. I just don't know with Anthony Richardson. I just don't know. There have been some great players in history. I'm not saying he's great, but you never know what someone's going to be because of the injuries. Greg Oden is one. There are others. I mean, that's basketball, but guess who was held out of practice as a precaution yesterday in Indy?
Oh, goodness. Anthony Richardson.
Colts quarterback Anthony Richardson. Right shoulder soreness. But, of course, both Anthony and Coach Shane Steichen insisted the decision was purely precautionary. Richardson did have that AC joint sprain last season. He had season-ending surgery, recovered quickly. He had been the starting quarterback throughout the spring workouts. Seen with trainers midway through Wednesday's practice, addressing the shoulder. Ultimately gave way to Joe Flacco in the final period that day. Richardson says soreness is normal and expected during the recovery. And I just don't know. Coming from a lot of people, you take that immediately at face value, but going back to his time at Florida, it just seems as if it's been one thing after another. We have talked about the potential with the new kickoff rules for the kicker to be on the sidelines when the kick takes place, to teach us safety to land it in that landing zone, because, you break through that, gladiator meeting there at the 35, 40-yard line. If the guy gets through, what, you want your kicker trying to chase down Devin Duvernay? Well, Justin Tucker's having none of it. He says he's bulking up for the new kickoff rules. It's altered their workout routine for the league's most accurate kicker. I would say this if I were the Ravens. Do what now? Do not do anything differently from the last 15 years. Says he's put on a few pounds. XFL kickers have been involved in 25% of the tackles with the new kickoff rules. So that's, what's an average tackle ratio for an NFL kicker? Not 25%, I'll tell you that much. That's Football Fix. You're welcome. Brought to you by the Jacksonville Sharks, jacksharks.com. Get your tickets for tomorrow night's game in the Jointon Creek Golf Club. Best value in golf. Hicken arrival, and more come your way next. You're listening to The Drill. It's a GFL Friday. That's Green for Life.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Now, another classic moment in Jags history.
Can the Jaguars survive? Garrard's going to run for the first down and a lot more.
1010XL. Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
I have done in my career literally thousands of joint replacements.
Meet Dr. Mitchell Scheinkup, National Medical Director at QC Kinetics, an acclaimed orthopedic surgeon who now advises patients try all they can do to avoid the knife and consider regenerative medicine.
I myself was able to continue skiing for 10 years after my knees started to be a problem because I accessed regenerative medicine.
Now, after 20 years of study, research, teaching, publications, and clinical experience, Dr. Scheinkup is regarded as one of America's true pioneers.
This is the future of medicine.
Dr. Scheinkup came to QC Kinetics after seeing what they were doing around the country, helping tens of thousands of patients get lasting relief from joint pain with no surgery and no drugs.
QC is so far ahead of the game in its science, its protocols, its people, its facilities.
Call now for your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 904-274-5522. That's 904-274-5522. 904-274-5522.
Lauren Brooks here from Mayport CNC Fisheries. At my house, we had a feast from Mayport CNC Fisheries with the freshest shrimp around, and it was unbelievable. They also have oysters, scallops, mahi, and so much more. Want to eat like a local? Head to the beach and visit my friends at Mayport CNC Fisheries.
Let's go! Join us this Saturday, June 8th at 7 o'clock in the VyStar Veterans Memorial Arena as your Sharks take on the Tulsa Oilers. Great seats are still available. Ask about our awesome family package. 4 tickets, 4 food or merchandise vouchers, and a $25 Al's Pizza gift card. Get yours today. Call 904-621-0700 or visit jacksonsharks.com. Shark Tank is having a luau, so break out your flip-flops and grass skirts and come join us. Check out the Polynesian dancers and learn the hula at Shark Fest, our pregame party. The first 1,000 fans will get a free leg. It's going to be a totally tubular night.
Jacksonville Sharks, Tulsa Oilers.
That's Saturday, June 8th, 7 o'clock. For tickets, call 904-621-0700 or visit jacksonsharks.com. That's 904-621-0700 or jacksharks.com.
Let's go!
Let's go!
Home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Hey, I'm not going to pretend I know the specific problems you might be facing when it comes to the prospect of selling your home. Maybe you need more space for your office or a growing family. Perhaps you're worried about selling for less money with a low-ball, out-of-state, instant offer. It's a tougher market. It means it's crucial to hire the right agents to sell your home and maximize your price, and that's why I'm recommending Chad and Sandy Newman, chadandsandy.com. They have the plan and experience to get your home sold fast and get it sold for maximum cash. In fact, Chad and Sandy guarantee your home sold at an agreed-upon price and deadline, or they will buy it. Can you have any more comfort and security than that? Take Tanya in Palencia. I needed to sell my condo fast. I bought a new construction home thinking I had plenty of time to sell, but I listed with another realtor and I got no showings and no offers. I ended up paying 2 mortgages. I then hired Chad and Sandy. I got offers in days and closed in under 30. Go to chadandsandy.com and take advantage of chadandsandy.com.
If you owe the IRS and can't pay, now is the time to call J. David Tax Law. The IRS has resumed their aggressive collections. Don't wait. Call J. David Tax Law, a firm right here in Jacksonville, or visit jdavidtaxlaw.com.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by J. David Tax Law. Florida Gator baseball times and dates are set for the Super Regional against Clemson. If Florida beats Clemson 2 out of the 3 games, the Gators will return to the College World Series. Game 1 is tomorrow at 2 p.m. Game 2 is Sunday at 2:30 p.m. You can hear both games on 1010XL AM. Jaguar wide receiver coach Chad Hall at OTAs gave an update on this year's wide receiver class.
Too early to tell. Gabe hadn't even been on the field with us. It's been great to have Christian coming back from injury. Got some young guys stepping up.
The Florida Panthers are in the NHL Stanley Cup Finals for the 2nd year in a row, this time against the Edmonton Oilers. Game 1 is tomorrow at 8 p.m. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
At 7:03 at 75 degrees, time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air Conditioning. Stay cooler with Bueller.
XL is presented by Berra & Berra, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Ladies and gents, please put your hands together as Dan Hicken enters the studio.
This is how we do.
It's Friday, gotta get down on Friday.
You know it! Sweet Friday! I need some emotion, please!
Okay!
Come on!
Hey! Ho!
Hey, ho!
Whoa.
Come on now, too hot for that.
What are we doing?
It's supposed to be scantily clad. It's 90-something degrees already.
I gotta learn the lyrics.
Let her be.
Yeah.
Do you? No, you don't.
It's gonna be party time now. We're gonna go drink and gonna go smoke and gonna go get.
Whoa.
Not the best freestylery. Passion's
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Boisterousness is there.
Sweet Friday. You know who's having a good Friday? Boston Celtics fans. That's who's having a good Friday.
I think the Celtics are going to have a good week here. Celtics fans. Boston is. Look, we've seen this, Hick. You see the dominant team. You see how they do all year. You see how they respond in the postseason. You see, Boston's winning the finals, no? I mean, we thought that going in. I did, at least.
I want to say, sure. But it's so easy, like
the support
it's
staff.
Happened it's happened in the NBA Finals many times. I've watched teams, lose the first 2, come back and win 4 straight. I mean, it happens. But I would agree. I think Boston's a better team. I mean, they're just.
I think it's as simple as this. And y'all yesterday took Luka and Kyrie, and the answer, it's at least it's probably at worst a tie. But Tatum, Brown, take Jason and Jalen out.
Yeah.
Take Luka and Kyrie out.
Okay.
And if those two teams played 82 games, one would go 60-22, and the other would go 22-60.
Okay.
So I think that's the big advantage for Boston. It's just out what they have outside of their top 2. You can't. It's hard to get to the finals. It happens every now and then. I guess. When's the last time a team made it to? Well, maybe LeBron did it more than once. Teams typically don't make finals with one star, do they?
It's tough in this day and age, but you don't necessarily.
Iverson did it.
I'm sorry, win championships is what I meant to say.
Oh, that's different.
Yeah, that's different.
Yeah.
Well, Dirk, maybe? Who was on that Mavs team? I mean, Jason Terry.
Jason Kidd was on there.
Jason Kidd was a kind of a star.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I don't know where he is at the Jason Kidd's a very underrated player. I never put him up there in that kind of category, but that's a fair point. All right.
Good to see.
Anyway, goes to Boston, and game 2 is coming up Sunday. And to your point, they lost that game 2, like 2 or 3 series in a row.
Yeah. Good to see Tito's boy chasing that ring. He might finally get his ring.
That'd be good. I feel
he's never gotten a ring, right? This is his 17th year. What a great story.
Man, something about him.
He's the one who lasted,
and Haslam before him.
Yeah.
But of that group, sure.
Yeah.
And he's outlasted them now by 6-7 years. Some of them.
Can I get career earnings for one Al Horford? Career earnings for Al Horford.
I'm going to say
17th year.
100. I'm gonna say about 180.
180. Okay.
It's really, really good guess, but I'd say cracks 2.
About 280.
Yeah. He had a big one with Atlanta. He had a max deal with Atlanta. 280.
No, he actually hit it
Well, he was $12 million with Atlanta for $12 million for 5 years straight. And then he went 26-5 with the Celtics, 27-7, 28-9. It was a 3-year deal. Then he went to the Sixers for 28, the Thunder for 27.5, back to the Celtics for 27 and 26-5, and then signed this year for a whopping $10 million.
Yeah, he kind of what a night, super nice guy too.
Very nice man.
Dealt with Al Horford a number of times. First through the Gators run, and when he was a Hawk, I can remember when we were across the street, he joined us 2 or 3 times. Just talking about his development.
Atlanta played a game here one time, and he
did
came
that
on,
too. Yeah, and then we ended up getting him another time or two after
Al
that.
Horford.
Yeah, it'd be great to see Al win a ring.
But from the
none of those other guys did.
From the statistical breakdown, I guess the Mavs like to run this thing with Luke at the top of the key, and the guys come out on him. He just flips the ball up to like Gafford or one of the big guys. They jam it, and they did that all throughout the Western Conference Finals. Celtics can run different guys at Luka. So Luka had a good game. He had 30 points, but he only had 1 assist. And the Mavs as a team only had 9 assists. So if you start looking at the statistical break, that's something that they're going to have to
It was
fix.
a career playoff low for Luka in assists with just 1.
So that's the thing that they probably need to fix if they want to go forward, and certainly they'll try to. But I don't know. Boston's, if Kristaps can do what he did, I mean, I don't think he'll do that every night. But
what a boost though.
Yeah, I mean,
I saw that
that gets them back into their rotations, and they're in good shape. So
they were averaging 11.5 bench points like in the last series total, and he got 11 in the first quarter.
Yeah,
coming off the bench. It was only like the 3rd or 4th time that dude has come off the bench. That surprised me a little bit. I mean, I wouldn't have all, thought that he had been a starter every game for his career, but almost literally that had been the case for Kristaps Porzingis. So every time you look at lists, it's usually about the most improved teams, most improved this. Very rarely do you see a group kick around least improved status.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know Albert Breer, who you're
Al Breer.
Yeah, and Connor Orr, some of the higher-ups for SI's side of covering the NFL, debated the NFL's least improved teams. A list that, let's be, in fairness, it's usually going to involve a pretty good team, don't you think? Like, why are you going to go to the Panthers and say least improved? You got to get to some point of relevance before it matters.
All right.
Here are the votes.
Okay.
So each of the 4 dudes.
Least improved.
Yeah.
Teams that didn't do anything in the offseason.
The least improved team this offseason. First up, guy says, Denver Broncos.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you're
they absorbed $85 million in dead money. The replacement plan includes Bo Nix, Jarrett Stidham, and Zach Wilson.
Okay.
Resetting the franchise, they write, the problem is Denver's short on young talent because of all those trades and capital issues. They're doing the right thing by stripping down the roster, but they should have gone further and trade Cortland Sutton for a pick or 2.
Kind of lucky to be 8-9 last year.
Yeah, it's hard to there's
hard
2,
to imagine. That.
I think maybe the Bears were also 8-9. There's like a couple of teams where you're like, really? Or the Bears 7-10.
7-10.
Okay, but still, that's even better than you might have thought.
Yeah.
Up next.
Least improved.
Least improved. We don't want to show up. We're playing Please Don't Be There.
Yes, I don't want to be there.
Please, God, little G, don't show me the Jags. All right, next dude, there's 4 guys. First, Broncos. Second, Vikings.
Vikings, well, that's because they had a big drop-off at quarterback.
Yeah.
That's the number one thing. I mean,
100%.
Yeah, you go from a guy who throws for 4,000 yards like it's nothing.
This writer says he'd have felt better if they had traded up to at least get like Drake May. Instead, they waited on J.J. McCarthy, the 5th quarterback selected in the draft. He's kind of with me. I'm not big on McCarthy. I don't think McCarthy's going to be good.
Okay.
But I'm not a film expert. Anyway, they go Vikings there.
Okay.
Next.
Yeah.
The Dallas Cowboys.
Dallas Cowboys 12-5, champions of the NFC East.
But when it comes to the offseason,
but Jerry Jones said they were all in, and then they didn't go all in. They didn't do anything.
Well, here's the problem.
CeeDee Lamb's
too.
ticked. Micah's ticked.
You got to pay all those guys.
Yeah.
That means it's not that you're in worse shape than you were.
Why doesn't Jerry just pay CeeDee? Like, why does he always do this?
I don't know.
Does he just like the limelight? Does he like to show that he's the guy? Does he like to show that I'm the owner? I'll decide when. I mean, is it a power play? Is it an ego thing? What is it? It always does. It seems like it's always there with Jerry.
Yeah, I would have him go to Niners school. I'd have him go to Rams class. You want to win a title, Jerry? Look at those guys that are beating you. Dallas hadn't even been to a Super Bowl since '95, Hick.
No.
Think about that.
No.
1995 is now, see, these things mean different things for different ages. But 1995 for my kids is like, the 50s for us, man. They weren't even born, bro.
Oh, dear.
30-something years, almost 30 years.
Long time.
All right, the Dallas Cowboys' most significant additions this offseason, you ready?
Yeah.
Re-signing of a long snapper and bringing back Ezekiel Elliott. That's all they've done. And they still have all this angst. Yeah, they did literally nothing.
I mean, the draft.
Right.
Yeah, they went linemen in the draft. So
right.
It's never
Okay.
that's not sexy either, but sometimes that's the best thing to do. But I mean, yeah, who is their running back?
All right, the biggest of the big four correspondents here will be Albert Breer. We haven't heard from him yet.
Okay.
Let me ask you this question before we look and see who it is, and hopefully, he'll fire the, Raiders at us maybe.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Do you think? Would you say the Jaguars are improved or most? If you had to put them in most or least, which one would you do?
Most improved or least improved? I think they're around the same.
Okay.
I don't think they
could they qualify for least improved. Could they? I mean, what if Albert Breer has the Jaguars as his pick? Again, I don't know. I haven't looked yet. Would that make you go, what?
Yeah, it would make me go, what? Because we added a center. We added Eric Armstead. I mean, we
drafted a number one receiver, hopefully.
Yeah, I mean, I would say no. I wouldn't say that they're. I mean, I think they try to execute their plan.
I would tend to agree.
I'm more of a go for it guy. Again, I saw the cap thing the other day and I rolled my eyes. I just
still got $35 million or whatever.
I don't get it. And I know they're going to sign Trevor, and then I want to know though. I want to know where we stand. But go ahead.
Okay, so
you've been building this up. I'm a bit concerned. Oh, you don't know?
I don't know what the answer is.
Okay, I don't think it's the Jags. Not the Jags.
Be great for the brand if it ended up being the Jags after this build-up.
Yeah.
I don't think it would be the Jags. I don't think it's fair at all to say they're one of the four least improved teams. There's got to be more. Somebody had to have only 3 draft picks, right?
Right.
Albert Breer says.
You want me to guess? I'll give you a team.
Well, now I know what it is. I've looked. I've seen.
Okay.
So if you want to give me a team, sure.
Least improved.
Mm-hmm. I'm looking right here at the quarterback. He's holding the ball right here for Albert Breer's least improved team. Yep.
It's always
He's got a black hat. I mean, if the context clues, he's got a red jersey. That's probably no contact ever. He's got a black hat on.
How about the Giants?
Got flowing blonde hair.
No. Who is it?
Albert Breer says the Jacksonville Jaguars. That just perfectly described Trevor Lawrence. I was bullish on the Jags as a Super Bowl dark horse last year, and that didn't work out. And I think on
He picked the Jags, and you didn't know?
For real, I didn't know.
Wow.
Just went down the list. He was last.
Hey, Albert. Bleep you.
Fat Albert. I was bullish on the Jags as a Super Bowl dark horse last year, and that didn't work out. And I think on a few fronts, they spun their wheels this offseason preparing to open the vault for Trevor Lawrence. They swapped out Calvin Ridley and Zay Jones for Brian Thomas and Gabe Davis. That is a downgrade, by the way. I don't know how we continue to look at it as anything but. That's a serious downgrade from one year to the next. Maybe not in 3 years.
Correct.
And I did the numbers here. You may have heard it. Take away Christian Kirk, who's the only guy who stays the same.
Mm-hmm.
The other 3 receivers. Going into last year, if you take Christian Kirk out, because he's the same both this year and last year. The other 3 are different.
Yeah.
Going into last year, the 3 receivers, Calvin Ridley, Zay Jones, and Jamal Agnew, had combined for 570 catches and 48 touchdowns.
Okay.
This year, the 3 that aren't named, Christian Kirk, have combined for 257 catches and 32 touchdowns. Quite a difference.
Oh, dear.
Anyway, they swapped out Ridley and Jones for Thomas and Davis. They signed Darnell Savage, who Green Bay replaced with Xavier McKinney, to take Rayshon Jenkins' spot. I like Eric Armstead on the defensive line and Mitch Morse and Ezra Cleveland on the offensive line, but I'm not sure, especially given the age of Armstead and Morse, how much those additions move the needle. What makes Jacksonville's offseason worse is how aggressive the other teams in the AFC South were in building around their young quarterbacks. That, of course, all puts a little more on Lawrence to make up the difference. I think he's capable of elevating to the next level, but it's tough being in a position where you need that to happen. So,
I tell you what, man, they really need Mitch Morse to have a good year.
That's for sure.
That's going to be a key.
Yeah.
Mitch Morse got to be on the field. Be a
and
good
making
center.
a difference, right?
Yes, and all of a sudden we see on 3rd and 1, we're not afraid to run the football. We may play action, but we're not going to be in the shotgun with no running back. I mean, we have to do that. So, anyway, it'll be interesting. Our Dreamfinders Homes poll question today, speaking of the Jags, brought to you by Dreamfinders Homes, the official home builder of the Jacksonville Jaguars. They're also the local Jacksonville company to be an official marketing partner of the PGA Tour, the official home builder of the PGA Tour. But anyway, as long as he stays healthy, Travis Etienne, 750 to 1,000, 1,000 to 1,250, 1,250 to 1,400, 1,400 plus. Travis Etienne, where does he fall in your guys' echelon of yardage? He's a 1,000-yard rusher both seasons, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he is. We've looked that up earlier as well, 1,000 yards. His running backs coach, his new running backs coach, I guess we should say.
And he went.
Jerry Mack thinks he's a top 5 back.
Yeah, 1,125 and 1,008. Went down in yards per carry big time last year. Obviously, we don't think it was all his fault. We have chronicled the offensive line. So, I'll start with you. What do you think? Yardage, please.
1,000 to 1,250.
1,000 to 1,250 is his guess. All right. Jeffrey? 750 to 1,000, 1,000 to 1,250, 1,250 to 1,400, 1,400 plus.
If it was available in Vegas,
yes, sir,
I'd put a dime on 1,000 to 1,250.
Okay. You guys are in the majority, 64.5%. 21.9. Don't quite believe 750 to 1,000.
Yeah, not sure why you would do that.
Wow.
Coming off that year, but you got to take into account he's a good running back.
He's a big play guy too. He's had a lot of big plays.
Only 4.7.
Where would you rank
1,400
Travis Etienne?
Yes, sir.
Among the running backs in Jaguars history, because I think I could make an argument for third best all time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fred, Mojo, Etienne.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Would you ever go into a season right now and talk about would Fred Taylor or Mojo get at you 1,000?
Wouldn't even question that.
Yeah. Now, Etienne may not be as good as Fred and Mojo. I mean, Mojo's a 8,000-yard rusher, and Fred's 20th all time or whatever.
Who else would be in the argument? Leonard, Little Man.
Leonard.
That'd be about it.
Matron Means. I mean, for a burst, how are we going to view it? Like their overall impact to the franchise? That's probably the fairest way to do it.
Fred and Mojo are
I think
one,
Leonard,
two.
you know what, in fairness, to put Leonard probably should be T3. I mean, Leonard's impact at the playoff year was out, but he was a knucklehead and he wasn't here long, and so you lose points for that. Etienne's a good soldier.
Yeah, I kind of take Etienne.
Etienne's probably a little better too. Probably is a little better, but Leonard's like Kyrie, man. If Leonard wants to be great,
Leonard could have been.
He can, but he just, and I don't think he's a bad dude at
he's
all.
Just kind of a knucklehead.
Yeah, just kind of a knucklehead. It seemed like wasn't super mature at least.
Is he still in the league?
I don't think. Did he ever find a team last year?
He was at Buffalo, wasn't he?
Yeah,
oh yeah.
Is he still there? Or
I don't know.
Did he come back? Or?
I don't think he played much for them, and they didn't do it till late, did they?
I mean, Leonard had.
Was he ever on the Bucs last year, or they never brought him back?
I guess Leonard had 2,000-yard seasons with the Jags.
Yeah, that's same as Etienne. What was his 2-year total?
Well, he had 3 years with us.
But the 2-year 1,000, were they back-to-back thousands?
No. 1,040 and 1,152, 3.9 and 4.3. Middle year was 3.3, only played 8 games.
Well, it doesn't. I was wondering, I wonder where Etienne ranks if you combo the last 2 years across the league. I bet he's top 5. Those 2,000-yard seasons.
Oh, the last 2 years,
yeah, probably. Yeah. But the problem is, I don't know if
Leonard had 12 carries for Buffalo last year.
I don't think he joined them till late, Hick. I think they may, or was at least inactive until late. I feel like
played in 2 games. So yeah, I just don't know. I don't know if he's only 28, man. Anyway, it's our Dreamfinders Homes poll question today. You can vote on social media at Dan Hicken. EO posts as well. And for a limited time on select move-in ready homes, Dreamfinders Homes offering an amazing 3.99% interest rate in year 1 of your mortgage. Go to dreamfindershomes.com for all the details.
Well, we've got all your Friday favorites here on a GFL Friday. That's Green for Life. Look for those bright green trucks out there. Trust them for all your commercial roll-off needs. But the quarterback whisper, here's Anthony Richardson banged up again, man. I know it's not conversations Denny wants to have, but it's just.
Well, I don't know if he's banged up. It might just be, but it does.
Okay, not
stand
banged
out.
up.
Yeah.
You're missing practice.
You missed a practice.
And and again, I would be of the school, and I'm not Shane Steichen.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I drafted a guy number 4 overall. He barely played as a rookie. He's completely inexperienced. He barely played at Florida. I would think of the minimal importance that mini camps bring, it would be more important for a guy like Anthony Richardson. for the reps, for the experience, for leading the huddle. He just hadn't done a ton just because of how he's been. So anyway, you are listening to The Drill. It's GFL Friday right here on 1010XL and 92.5 FN. But first, men, it's time to unlock the door to better health, man. Trust me on this one. Doc Paul Bousset at Integra Concierge Medicine. Now, first thing I want to tell you, some of you hear concierge, you hear expensive. No, you need to check into it at Integra Concierge Medicine because Doc Bousset has the keys. The keys are bioidentical hormones. Perhaps for many of you, it could be testosterone. Get it leveled out to the spot it's supposed to be. You can feel so much better in so many ways. If you're battling fatigue, chronic pain, a waning sex drive or performance, all fixable. I'm telling you, Doc Bousset, board-certified family physician, but much, much more. The keys are there, guys. Personalized care. That's what concierge means. Personalized, engaged approach to health. If you got a 10 o'clock appointment, it's at 10 o'clock. You go through all the reasons that things are bad. You find, you identify, you attack, and you fix. You feel better with an engaged approach to health, a focus on cause, symptomatic cure, relief. From simple allergies, chronic pain, sexual health, contact my doctor, Paul Bousset, at IntegraConciergeMedicine.com. That's IntegraConciergeMedicine.com.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Hicken here with Zero Res. If you're like me, you like to sit on the sofa and recliners and watch a good game or show. You know, unwind down from the day. But sometimes TV time means food, drink, and a mess as well. That's why you need to have the Zero Res truck out and get that furniture looking great again. All of June, Zero Res offering 25% off all upholstery cleaning, 25% off a sectional, off a sofa, 25% off a love seat, 25% off your favorite recliner. Zero Res, man, you spell it forwards, you spell it backwards. Zero Res, it's the right way to clean.
Denny Thompson here. Tackle burglars and protect your turf. Give yourself peace of mind catching everything around your home with Tyson Sound & Security's cutting-edge surveillance cameras. For safety and convenience, Tyson has you covered for all home cameras and security systems. I'm talking HD recording, night vision, and remote alerts all from your phone or computer. Call Tyson Sound & Security right now at 904-762-1000. Tyson Sound & Security. Security and automation experts.
Pross, I'm thinking about changing my name.
Again? You're already the media mogul, the straw that stirs the drink, the Duke of Pablo Bay. Now what?
Refer to me as Dreamfinder's Danny Hicken.
What in the blazes? Is this a cash grab?
No, it's just that I believe so much in Dreamfinder's Homes. 20 locations in Northeast Florida, official home builder of Jags and Gators. Great opportunity for first-time homeowners.
All right. Dreamfinder's Danny it is.
Did I mention the lowest interest rates you can find? Visit DreamfindersHomes.com. Now let Dreamfinder's Danny celebrate through the majesty of song. Dreamfinders, I believe they will build your home just right.
Nothing has a 10-year warranty except for a new AC unit from Vons. V-O-N-S. Vons Amazing 10. This is legit. A full 10-year warranty. It covers parts, labor, and refrigerant. That's an unmatched commitment they make to their customers, while others will charge extra for weekend and same-day emergencies. Not at Vons. No extra charges. Just great service when you need it, whether your unit needs to be repaired or replaced. Remember, if your AC won't turn on, just call Vons.
You've heard fish stories. Yeah. And Captain Kevin has a million of them.
We love to tell stories, hear your stories.
On the Ring Power Fishing Forecast Show.
Big fish.
Brought to you by Awaken 180 Weight Loss.
Thursday nights at 6.
On 1010XL AM.
For lost or broken keys or nearly any make and model of vehicle, call 722-1111 for
Instant Keys. Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you.
Hey, stop paying for exterior paint that does not protect your home or business. Hicken here from my friends at Rhino Shield. Those beautiful, durable coatings never chip, crack, or peel. They back that up with a 25-year warranty. No mold, mildew, and algae growth. Water intrusion damage does not happen from these crazy storms we get in Northeast Florida. Fights all corrosion, Class A fire rating. And in the end, it saves you thousands of dollars, man, compared to the cost of repainting. And gang, right now, you get your home ready for the summer, 0% financing. New low pricing up to 25% off. It's never been easier to paint your home with Rhino Shield. Here's what you do. Book that free estimate today. Just go to rhinoshieldjax.com, rhinoshieldjax.com, and get your free estimate. You'll be sold.
Baloo here for Smoonez Vision. Why Smoonez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Smoonez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Smoonez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Smoonez is fellowship trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SmoonezVision.com today. Here you can see.
Yo, it's your boy E to the T, and the NBA playoffs are here, and it's the perfect time to elevate your game with MyBookie. With MyBookie, you can bet from anywhere, anytime, so you'll never miss a shot of making that straight cash, homie. You can even live stream and bet on the game right from the sportsbook, giving you everything you'll need to decide. Cash out or let it ride. MyBookie really makes it easy to get paid with tons of boosted props and slam dunk parlays. And new boosts are now posted on the daily. It's more than just a sports book. Buzzer beaters, underdog upsets, and a community to share in all of the sweats. Give yourself a head start today by using promo code 1010XL when you make your first deposit. That's 1010XL to claim a limited time bonus when you sign up and make your first deposit. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie. Come on, somebody.
Hey Jacksonville, Lauren Brooks here from Helmets and Heels for Big Chief Tire. And if you're looking for quality tires that won't break the bank, they've got you covered. With 5 convenient locations around town, Big Chief keeps Jacks rolling. Right now, they're offering $50 off a new set of tires. It's the perfect time to upgrade before you hit the road for summer vacation. Head over to BigChiefTire.com or call 904-932-0950 today to take advantage of this incredible deal. That's Big Chief Tire, 904-932-0950.
Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm that has experience and capabilities to handle any legal issue a business is confronted with. Learn more about what they can do for you at jimersonfirm.com.
1010XL is presented by Berra & Berra, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the 10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
Brought to you by Jack's Concrete Coatings.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
On 1010XL.
Hit it.
Yes, sir. We need more than 10. The company requires us to do a 10-minute drill as we attack the sports world with vim and vigor. The 10-minute drill is brought to you by our friends at Jack's Concrete Coatings. Man, they came out and did a spectacular job over the garage. I got a big garage. And you know what's amazing about those floorings? When you get them done like that, you tend to keep them cleaner. My garage looks better. You're more proud of it, so give them a call for all your needs.
There's a concern in New York City today.
Oh gosh, starting at the top, NYC. What do you got?
We got a Juan Soto freak out.
Wrist injury.
Got a forearm, which leads to the elbow. Which
what do we got?
They don't know. Gonna have to MRI it. When they MRI it, they find something.
Well,
and you just hope
as a Braves fan, I would feel you there.
Yeah.
Yankees fans, because that would put them kind of in line with us. Although Soto, as great as he is, not their best player.
Those
but
two.
They're playing without Garrett Cole. Don't forget that part.
Judge has been on it.
Judge has been terrific, dude.
10-month tear.
You're going to win another MVP is what he's going to do.
But Soto's been great, too. But he left with left forearm discomfort. Imaging on his arm Friday. Been bothering him for about a week. Hasn't really affected him with baseball stuff, throwing or swinging. Once we shut down in the rain delay, the soreness was there. But the Yankee fans, this is how it started with some other guy they had a year ago, and it ended up being Tommy John. And so you're just, when the Yankees don't lose, they're 45-19. They have, man, you want to talk about owning a team. They beat the Twins like a redheaded stepchild. Oh. My goodness gracious.
Something we don't endorse here at the drill.
The Yankees, I think they're like 105-40 against the Twins or something.
Well, I know that, like in the playoffs,
forget it.
Have they even won a game?
Yeah,
the Twins. I'll give you something else you may not know or remember. Speaking of playoffs, talking about that Bird Magic thing yesterday.
Yeah.
When Magic beat them in like '86, did you know that was the first time the Lakers beat the Celtics in the finals? Yeah, Celtics have been 8-0 until Magic beat them.
Yeah. New York is 106-42 against Minnesota since 2002. 106-42. So, and they just beat them up again, and so it's tough. But anyway, that's not the point. The point is the Soto situation and what's going on with him and the injury. And so we'll see. We'll get more. Hopefully it's nothing. Maybe he can just rest for a week or whatever and go from there. But yeah, that would be a not a good thing.
Sometimes the best decisions that you make in sports are the ones that you don't make. And Braves Nation is lucky that the guy who actually makes the decision wasn't in line with, I would say, Dan, 95% of the fan base last April or May wanted Marcell Ozuna and his baggage and slumping self to just get shot into the sun.
Oh, yeah.
And if they didn't have Marcell Ozuna, Dan, I'm just here to tell you, I'm not even kidding, they might be sub 500.
Yeah.
And you shouldn't click on a team as good and varied as the Braves. You shouldn't be able to click on their team page and then go to the stats section. And then at the top, which lists the statistical leader in average, hits, homers, RBIs, on-base percentage, all 5 of those shouldn't be Marcell Ozuna. Yeah. Even though the Braves are 10 games over 500, I'm just saying, Riley needs to show up here, and Albies in hits, or Riley in homers, or something. But Marcell Ozuna hitting .312. He had another 2-run homer yesterday. Saved him. Pulled him out of the fire again. .312, 18 homers, 55 RBIs. He even leads him in on-base percentage at .389 and 69 hit. Like the hits, the average on-base percent, like homers and RBIs you can buy. But those other 3, it's not that Marcell Ozuna is having this unbelievable year. It tells you how bad these jokers are playing, man, at the plate.
Yeah.
Which is, a little, you're not going to get a whole lot of sympathy when you're 10 games over and you're still a pretty good team. But
the Pod Squad lost one last night to the D-backs, and it was a called third strike to end the game that sent people in anger. It was outside off the plate, and he rung up, I think it was Cronenworth, called third strike, and took the bat right out of his hands, and just a terrible call. And we got to fix that. I saw, speaking of umpiring and refereeing, and I didn't realize this, and this will be one reason alone to watch the stupid preseason. The chain gang is going to get tested here in the preseason.
See if they're necessary.
Well, we're going to go with some technological advances from GPS tracking.
Right. Long overdue.
NFL owners approved using optimal tracking in the preseason, a system which, after the ball is spotted by hand, notifies officials instantly if a first down was gained.
Right.
At the end of the preseason, they'll make a decision for a full rollout this year.
Yeah, we talked. This happened. This story first broke from the owners' meetings. I think you may have been.
Owners also approved expanded testing of a skeletal tracking system designed, which adds cameras to stadiums to track players, officials, and ball. The NFL will provide back judges with smart watches assisted by the system that include basic game details, will vibrate when there is a delay of game, according to multiple league sources.
Some people like the drama of the chain measurement.
Yeah.
I can see that. I never thought of it in those terms. I prefer the accuracy.
The chains will remain on the sidelines in any scenario, according to multiple league sources, but would be a backup for measurements and a visual indicator of where the line of gain and the line of scrimmage are for coaches, players, and fans. Man, I tell you what, if you can do it like tennis does it, though, I'm all for it.
Well, that's what I was going to say. They're finally catching up.
If they can do that, I mean...
What's interesting that it doesn't happen. We always thought that it would be through some sort of chip technology, and that's not what it is.
And by the
way...
It's
just using all of this, and I'm sure this is where AI comes in. But if you shoot anything from 4 or 5 different angles and cameras, you can throw it all in and know exactly where it went.
Yeah.
And so that's I'm sure, part of the technology.
The neat thing would be... If we can keep the game moving, we talked yesterday about December and all these football games, and that's great. But baseball has done a great thing in speeding up the game. one thing they got right in the last 5 years,
That
the
pitch
speeding
clock.
up the game has been terrific. And I'm all for that football. Football game should take 3 hours, man.
Yeah, I don't need them
I
to
tell
be
you
four.
what, some of these high school games, there's a high school game, if you kick it off at 7, should be over at 9. It really should.
latest.
9 o'clock, we're done. I don't care where we are in the game. It's 9 o'clock, the game's over. Some of these high school games that I've seen, 3.5 hours, it's ridiculous. And so, I don't know. I think eventually people will realize and get to the expediency of the sport and keep the game moving, man. Just keep it moving. But it will be interesting to see what happens.
Well, I tell you what will happen. The spot will always be right.
Huh? Well, the headline says what new first down technology could mean for the NFL's chain gangs. And is the chain gang obsolete? Why embracing technology won't solve everything. No, but it'll solve
Well,
some.
of course not, but it's still, it's right. You can't question it as much. There's not going to be all this. The difference is we can all with our eyes see where we think it went down, see where the ref spotted it, see all the congregating and shuffling that leads to what always amazed me about the spot and where this is going to come in. I wish someone would go through and tally up the amount of lost yards in a football game.
Yeah.
So many times they're so willy-nilly in where the ball goes out of bounds and where they run it and toss it back in. It's never exactly where it's supposed to be. And it's such a game of inches in the multi-billion-dollar industry that it's become. If you have the technology that will put the ball exactly where it's supposed to be every time, then why wouldn't you use it?
Yeah.
So I'm for it. I do like the drama. I think they should on the plays that would require the chain being outstretched. I think they should make their decision based on the technology, but bring the chains out anyway for the fun, for the drama.
It'll be interesting.
But that would slow down your the pace you're asking. But I like that, man. How many times you sit there, right? You're on your knees on the floor in your room, and they're bringing it out, and you either need to be short or you need to make it. And then there's always that little. Sometimes there's like that little crimp in the chain or whatever, and it's got that last 3 or 4 inches you weren't expecting. It's part of that. That's one of the core values of sports disappointment in your life.
Today's history lesson, I was watching some of the D-Day stuff yesterday on television.
You got D-Day fever this year.
Well, it's just the 80th anniversry, and I just, we talked a little bit about it yesterday, and it's really
yeah.
special.
I didn't mean to minimize
deal, but I was, and we're talking about these kids, and one of the operations of D-Day, and I didn't know this, so this was all planned out. I mean, it's an incredible plan, and it would never work in today's age because obviously they're compiling all these tanks and boats and weapons in England to take across the channel to go into France, right? So everybody would know. And today, but anyway, one of the pre-dawn, the night before, we sent gliders in. How you like to do this? You get a choice, Pros. You're 19 years old. All right, here's the deal. You can go on the boat in the channel, go across the channel, and then storm the beaches.
And officially, by the way, I don't think you got choices.
No,
but
you didn't
yeah,
get choices.
go ahead.
You don't get choices. Or you can get this glider. The plane is going to take off and pull you because a glider is a glider. It has no engine.
Yeah, because it's got to be quiet.
Got to be quiet. We're going to cross the channel in darkness. We're going to find a field and land on it. And then we're going to
slingshot you.
And then we're right at the bridge where the Germans are, and we're going to go take the bridge.
Sure we are.
Immediately.
Let's go.
That's the plan. So so they have all these on the documentary I watched, they have all these tapes, and they got the guys to voice actors to voice the tapes, but the actual tapes of the kids who were, and I guess a couple of these gliders, landed not so well. Like they crashed.
Sure.
Because you just gotta land.
Planes could barely fly back in those days without crashing.
It ain't like there's landing fields for the gliders. We just put them down in a field. We hit a bump and we're flipped over. But anyway, so you jump out of the glider and then you're literally 100 yards away from these bridges where the Germans are, and you got to go get them. Or a private Prosser, you can get in the boat.
I would be a private.
Would you want to be? The one thing you don't want to be, first wave. You don't want to be the first wave guys.
You know what? I was thinking about this.
I'll go fifth. Can I go fifth wave?
Can I offer you?
Good Lord,
Can I
man.
offer you something though? In all honesty, and I get it.
Yeah.
The dramatic view of getting there and go. I got to go up the hill and got to go through the water, and they're just there picking you off.
Yeah.
Do we not give enough, I don't know, same respect to, like, the Revolutionary War, where those guys on the front line literally line up, rifle on shoulder, on the other side. They're lined up. I'm fitting to get killed here, man.
Not a good way to fight again.
I am about to get killed here.
I like to be in the back of that one, too.
Yeah, if you're a front liner, man.
I'm a front line guy.
You front liners are heroes, dude.
Heroes.
I mean, some of us would just have a heart attack before we ever got to the line. We'd just be
in the old wars,
paralyzed. I'd just start shooting like a maniac.
Take like 1,000 guys. You take like 1,000 guys. We march up to each other from about 50 yards.
Still not good to be front line guy.
Aim! Fire! Then you got to reload quick. Quick! Oh, I dropped it! Damn it!
Yeah, the frontline guys. That's a tough spot, man. That's
where
they put the That's where they put the alpha dogs.
Yeah, that was a tough one, man.
Actually, you know, they might. I hate to
put
say
the alpha
that.
dogs in the back.
Well, I was going to say to you, frontliners, I don't mean any disrespect, but they move with the alpha dogs in like row 3 so that we can clean up some of the messes.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah. Anyway, just again, that's my but the gliders. I didn't know about the gliders. I learned about the gliders last night, and that was
from the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. How's it going to help questionable spots? Still referee decision where he thinks player went down. No, how did you get that out of our discussion? That's not how they're not. The referee has nothing to do with. Oh, you're talking about they tell him where to put it and he places it? Well, now, come on now. Now we're talking about a centimeter. What are you talking about?
Yeah, you got to spot it. And then they determine
They tell you where to spot it, and he's going to place it down.
They get the spot wrong, they get the spot wrong.
Right. Yeah. But that's not the same.
All right, we got some razzle-dazzle-y.
We got some razzle-dazzle.
What we got?
A family 4-pack of tickets to Stateside Cup. Wolves take on West Ham, and it's happening at Everbank Stadium Saturday, July 27th. All they got to do is holler at me at 641-1010.
All right, the 10-minute drill is the 10-minute drill brought to you by Jack's Concrete Coatings. Did a terrific job on my garage. You can trust them for yours as well. I need you guys to do a little social media scouting for me. Because somebody on the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures says apparently a little feud going on between our guy Jalen Tease Tabor and A.J. McCarron. Y'all know anything about that?
Oh, no.
May not be worth it.
Oh, it might not be good.
No, I don't know. I mean,
I don't know.
Who cares about either one?
Well, it depends on what they're saying and how interesting it is, I guess. But, yeah. That's why I said check it. That's why I'm not doing it, per se. Anyway. All right. It is a Green for Life Friday. You're listening to The Drill.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Hi, I'm Tom Jackson.
This is Shannon Sharp.
I'm Mike McCarthy. You're listening to 1010XL.
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 92.5 FM.
Here's Linda Beaver.
Summer starts now at Beaver Toyota and Beaver Chevrolet with our summer sale. It's not sink or swim. We have vehicles for every budget and every need, starting as low as $79.99, and you won't get burnt. We offer 20-year 200,000-mile protection on new and 7-year 100,000-mile protection on used. Plus, we can really cool things off with our 30-day exchange policy. Start the summer off the way you deserve it with our summer sale at Beaver Toyota in St. Augustine or Beaver Chevrolet in Jacksonville. We're here to wow you.
All right, gang. Hicken here, and let's talk skin, me, myself, and I, and Beach's Dermatology. Reminding you to wear sunscreen, man. Listen, June is National Men's Health Month. Schedule your skin exam if you got something cooking on that body of yours. I've been seeing Doctors Boudreaux and Metz for decades. I've gone through a couple, right? I mean, sometimes in Florida, the sun gets you or whatever, and you get a basal cell carcinoma. You got to get it removed through Mohs surgery. Those guys will take great care of you. They'll help you through, and you'll be better on the other side. So, but if you're out and you want to prevent, put on the sunscreen. You're golfing. You're at your kid's game. You're fishing. You're at the beach. It's Florida, man. It's a sunshine state. Bring the screen. But if you have any concerns on that body, do yourself a favor. Beach's Dermatology. So good for so long. Online at beachesdermatology.com.
Does the building you go to work in every day need a little love and attention? Jason Parker here with Performance Painting. Great companies take great care of the buildings their staff and customers walk into every day. If the building you're in doesn't match the vision you have for your company, we can help. Go to performance-painting.com. Our highly trained team makes the difference. Quality coatings applied with pride.
Performance Painting. Hey, it's Joe C. And when you want to enhance your outdoor space, visit my friends at CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living. They have everything you need, including true flame grills, Visit their showroom or schedule a free home estimate at cssoutdoor.com.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
Hawthorne Heights presents 20 Years of Tears live at the St. Augustine Amphitheater, Thursday, August 8th, with special guests Thursday, Amberlin, Armor for Sleep, Emery, and This Wild Life. Get your tickets at Ticketmaster.com.
When you're hungry for midday sports talk, share a table with helmets and heels.
It's a bad idea to travel on an empty stomach.
Mia, Lauren, and Taylor.
We like hungry.
Switched on by First Coast Lighting and Fans.
Noon to 2 weekdays on 1010XL.
Need protection? Call Craig and Christine Kaprosky at Goosehead Insurance. The Kaproskys are a husband-wife team committed to finding you the right coverage at the right price in just a few short minutes. For home, auto, flood, or specialty insurance, Craig and Christine Kaprosky are the answer. Craig.Kaprosky at goosehead.com.
Your cooling system isn't working. Maybe somebody showed up with a portable electronic device. Then they discussed with you what your options are. Maybe they gave you an estimate that seems like an awful lot of money. What's the smart thing to do? When the situation merits a second opinion, get a Mike Merritt opinion. Yes, the Mike Merritt Comfort Team shows up with hand tools. We've never been able to fix an air conditioning problem with a tablet. Mike Merritt has been the trusted name for more than 30 years because there's never any hocus pocus. The Merritt team will walk you through the diagnostic steps up close and personal and show you exactly what you need. And the Mike Merritt price is likely to be far less because there's never an overtime charge, and the Merritt team doesn't work on commission. So remember, when it comes to the health of your cooling system, a second opinion can only help, and a Mike Merritt opinion can save you money. Florida license CACO 50384.
Mystic Cornhole Company builds the best high-quality custom boards right here in Jax. Perfect for weddings, tailgating, your business, a day at the beach, and a great gift idea for you-know-who. See their designs at mysticcornholecompany.com.
RJ Saunders here, sports lovers. I recently took a tip from Frank Frangie when I needed to send flowers to my mother. Frank told me that Kuhn Flowers is the only florist he ever uses. So that's what I do now. I use Kuhn Flowers. Find them online at kuhnflowers.com.
This is Father Nicholas Lowe, and I want to talk to you about being a godly example. Every day, we're setting an example in our words and actions. And many times, we can act one way in one setting and then totally different in another setting. My encouragement for you is to not send out mixed messages. God is depending on you to set the example in people's lives. You don't know, but you may be the only Bible that someone ever sees today.
For more inspiration, log on to stjohnthedivine.com.
This is David Lane. After suffering through several painful injuries to my shoulder, back, and knees, I've taken my issues to Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, and without fail, they've been a tremendous help towards solving my problems. If you have any orthopedic situations, don't procrastinate. Take action today. Give those aches and pains to the pros at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. You'll be glad you did.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Hey, it's Tony from Tony D's Pizza. If you love our pizza and pasta dishes, let us cater an event for you. Family function or office parties, we can deliver you an amazing Italian meal. Remember, it's not just pizza at Tony D's. Bay Meadows in $2.95.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, I'm not going to do too much on Tease Tabor versus A.J. McCarron. It's a big UFL showdown, and Tease is dirty and going after A.J.'s injured ankle, and A.J.'s mad, and that's that story.
Yeah, that's a slap fight. Never mind on that.
I'm looking at, again, I can't tell you who's a good guard in the NFL and who's not. Full disclosure, I don't watch them play very often. If somebody does something badly, like if I see the center go back like a cockroach, which I've seen a few times,
Yeah, we've seen it a few times.
Yeah, then I noticed that, and I think, he must not be very good. I used to watch Don Anthony Baselli Jr. play football because he was so good at his craft, and he was fun to watch, and he was dominating. So he was always fun to watch at times. But generally speaking, most fans follow the ball. So when you follow the ball, you don't follow the line, and you don't see. However, there are some who break it down. I don't always agree, but I am looking at the rankings of the guard play. I was curious about the guard play because everybody tells us, guys, it's the center. The center was the problem on the offensive line. Fret not. Our guards weren't as bad and blah, blah, blah. So anyway, who do you think PFF has as the best offensive guard in the National Football League? The National Football League. In fact,
you got to give me multiple choice or something.
In fact,
Quentin Nelson.
Either of you, give me any of the top 5 guards.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, you don't know,
No,
right? I mean,
I
that's
don't know.
fair, and I'm not.
I'm not trying to.
Nobody knows.
I'm not going to pretend.
Yeah.
Go Googling guards all day long.
Now, our guy, he threw out a name. And
Quentin Nelson, but I think
Quentin
he's
Nelson,
kind of.
He came in 11th.
Yeah, he's kind of. E's answer was spot on about 4 years ago, but I think he had an injury and he's kind of gone
He was
back.
first team All-Pro 3 times between 18 and 20. He's with the Colts.
Is it Zach Martin or is he a center?
Zach Martin's another good one.
Yeah.
Zach Martin, though, you'll find it's 7.
Yeah.
Zach Martin at 7. He had a bad year. He dropped in his ranking.
Yeah. I'm guessing some Ravens guard. Just think about the teams that run it good, and I'm guessing their guards are getting
What if I give you the team? Will you be able to tell me the guard?
In football season, yes. Right now, maybe not.
Yeah, okay.
I feel like Kansas City got some good guards.
Okay, they got the number 2 guard.
Is it Will? Is it Will the first name?
No.
All right.
This is a former Patriot, actually, for Kansas City, who's at number 2.
Matt Light.
David Andrews.
Joe Tooney.
Joe Tooney. Okay, yeah.
All right.
Your point has now been sufficient.
All right, now
Who
the
cares
number
about
1,
Joe
I'm going to give you the team for the number 1 guard in the National Football League, and he plays for the ATL Falcons.
Yeah,
No.
I
think he's a Boston College kid.
Yeah, no, I know. I know this. He was a high pick.
Yeah.
First rounder.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do know. I would. It doesn't matter. There's no points
Chris
here.
Lindstrom.
Yeah, Lindstrom. I would have gotten to that.
All right, so Lindstrom, Tooney, then the Washington.
You tell me guards right now. I think Kyrie and Luka.
Yeah. Washington Commanders have Sam Cosmi. He's at number 3.
Yeah.
Tyler Smith of the Cowboys had a heck of a year. He was drafted in 2022.
Yeah.
Then Quinn Miners for Denver. Kevin Zeitler for Detroit, Zach Martin, Joel Bitonio, Wyatt Teller from Cleveland back-to-back at 8 and 9.
Well, good for them.
Wish I had those
Good for
guys.
the Browns.
Bobby Hunt from Carolina. You may call him Robert. I call him Bobby.
Yeah. The brother's Mike.
Kevin Dotson is the Rams. Trey Smith is the Kansas City Chiefs at 13. Isaac Sumalo is the Pittsburgh Steeler guy. Landon Dickerson from the Eagles just signed an extension.
I think what we're getting at here is you're not going
to down to 17 when I get to Brandon Sheriff.
Yeah, 17 is middle of the pack at least. And by the way,
Sheriff rolled back the years in 23 after allowing 6 sacks in 22.
Actually that puts him in the top quarter of the league because there's two guards on every team. So you're 64 deep. He's 17.
His pass blocking grade was an excellent 78.7, top 5 at his position.
Yeah, they pass blocked. Yeah, whatever. What about?
You say that, and then what did we hear yesterday about?
That's why I stopped.
Yeah, okay.
They're no good at pass blocking. I don't care.
I still think they weren't as bad at pass blocking as run blocking, but whatever.
Okay. Yeah.
All right,
well,
so Brandon Sheriff is at 17.
We need Ezra Cleveland to pop.
We do. Elgton Jenkins is 18.
And it's funny because Pro Football Focus likes Ezra Cleveland. I've heard them talk about him before, but it must,
again,
didn't have enough reps.
This is just one site. I don't, you know me, I've railed against Pro Football.
Yeah, okay.
I've railed against them through the years.
Well, and there's also this about Pro Football Focus. Yeah. Every time you read Pro Football Focus, you're not reading the same guy's analysis.
Yeah.
Like the other platforms. It could be 1 to 10 guys.
One of your favorites, Danny Brunskill of the Tennessee Titans, is at 22. Danny Brunskill. Ezra Cleveland checks in at 24. So we got 17 and 24.
So we should be good at guard. Where's Morris? Isn't he top 10? I mean, how can
Now, here's the problem. Yeah. Ezra Cleveland's 46.0 PFF overall grade in 7 games with Jacksonville was poor. But Cleveland showed more of his stuff with the Vikings in the first 6 games. The Jags gave Cleveland a 3-year, $24 million deal in the offseason, so they're betting on him to find his footing in year 2 with the team. So I guess Ezra Cleveland came here and wasn't great according to PFF. So, yes, sir.
Continue. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just.
Is that it for the guard talk?
Yeah.
Our guard should be good.
Our last guard is Cole Strange of the New England Patriots. He's 32nd ranked.
So they only go to 32, but again, there's 64 guards.
No, we go to 32. That's what I'm going to give you. I'm going to give you 32.
No. I'm just saying for our sake, that's
Yes,
2 in the top half, 1 in the top quarter.
Yes.
Shame on you.
On
2
me.
of your big passions of this week combined yesterday, and your lack of awareness on it is distressing.
Okay. I love that.
I mean, you have done nothing but, and rightly so, call up the memories and the stories and the remembrances of D-Day and Normandy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, do you know who was performing yesterday at the Memorial de Montormel in Falaise?
No.
The University of Florida Fighting Gator Marching Band. That's who.
Heck yeah. Good job, Gators.
There really are some invitations you just can't pass up as the offer to the University of Florida's Fighting Gator Marching Band to perform. The band played as part of the 80th anniversary of D-Day commemorations.
Mm-hmm.
When the opportunity came up, we didn't think we could say no. Professor and band director Jay Watkins said, "We're really, really excited, honored to be able to go and play. During their time in France, they'll perform and participate in a wreath-laying ceremony at the Normandy American Cemetery and take part in a D-Day parade along Omaha Beach's bitterly contested sands. Plus, they get time for a little sightseeing, learn more about the history of the momentous day in world history." Isn't that cool? I'm guessing when you're asked to perform at such a celebration that you're not in your University of Florida band attire?
Yeah, I don't know. It's a good question. We'll have to look for a picture.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Would it seem almost inappropriate?
Maybe.
The feathers, the
Yeah,
palms,
maybe.
the pomp and circumstance?
Let me ask you a question there,
Okay.
tough guy.
Hey, what do you mean?
Another D-Day question.
Oh, no. I'm not. Okay.
Okay, let me ask you this.
Uh-huh.
Who is one of the most underrated winners in Major League Baseball history?
Underrated?
I think he's underrated.
Okay.
E, I'm going to eliminate you from this because you won't know the answer.
Dang.
So,
Otherwise, I would include you, my friend.
okay. So this is it's too broad a question.
Okay.
I need it narrowed down. Are we talking about like a manager?
If I told
Are we
you-
talking about a player who won more than you
A
thought?
player.
But he won more, or he's better than you think?
Both.
Because I think of Yogi Berra.
Bang!
Bang,
He
bang.
doesn't like that. I got
Impressive.
that.
Double bang.
3 MVPs.
Yep.
13 World Series.
Thought of as a caricature.
Okay?
Yeah.
And
Mm-hmm.
a machine gunner at Omaha Beach.
Oh, that's my guy, Yogi.
Don't you ever disparage
Those
Yogi
baseball
Berra.
badasses, man. Compare those dudes to the athletes of today, E.T. My guy, Ted Williams, Joe. These boys are getting up in fighter planes, man.
As we
Fighting
count,
world wars. Our guys now are holding out because
Berra-
110 million ain't enough.
Yogi Berra, who went on to greatness with the Yankees. I
Okay.
mean greatness.
All right.
Was an 18-year-old playing Class B ball in Norfolk, Virginia in 1943
So this is before all his Yankee
when his
exploits.
draft number was called.
Wow.
Rather than taking his chances in the Army, Berra enlisted in the Navy at Norfolk. After going through basic training, they asked for volunteers to go on a rocket boat. I didn't even know what a rocket boat was. But Berra learned how to crew the small boats, saying the hardest part was learning to handle the twin 50 caliber machine guns in heavy seas. You ever try shooting a machine gun on a 36-footer?
No, I haven't.
You could shoot yourself.
Yeah, I actually have not.
He eventually got the hang of it, found himself in the middle of the action for Operation Overlord, the invasion of Europe. The rocket boats were carried across the English Channel on a larger ship and lowered over the side before their crews jumped in. This guy, we were told to shoot anything that moved. I'm not sure if he said moved or any plane below the clouds, but we all shot at the first plane below the clouds, and we shot down one of our own planes. The pilot was mad as hell, and you could hear him swearing as he floated down in his parachute. What about Yogi Berra, a machine gunner at Omaha Beach? Oh, Lordy. He wasn't discharged from the Navy until 1946. He made his debut with the Yankees in September 22nd of that year. Yogi Berra, Yogi Berra, if the Yogi Berra gets vanquished in that, what a career.
Yeah. Well, we were thinking a lot. I've always thought that about Yogi Berra, and part of the reason he is underrated is because he became such a caricature.
Jeff,
Most
he's
people
a
think Yogi.
13-time World Series champion.
The 3 MVPs is enough. I don't care how many World Series he
3
won.
American League MVPs.
Yeah. That's 3 MVPs. I don't care about the World Series. You can only do so much with that. Their team is so stocked and loaded. It'd be shame on him if he didn't win.
All right, I got one more Yankee question.
Did you just say 13 World Series championships?
Yes. 13, brother.
Not 13 All-Star
We used to talk about, remember how you used to say, like, Magic's one of the greatest winners of all time?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. Not compared to Yogs.
Well, no, not compared to Yogi.
Huh?
Bill Russell. Yogi's the Bill Russell of baseball.
Oh, my gosh, man. Yogi Berra. Now,
that's fantastic. I enjoy that.
All right, now hang on.
Uh-huh.
So in 51, his MVP year, yeah, he'd hit 22, 27 homers, drive in 125, score like 100 runs, hit 296, 307. I mean, just a great player. But 13 World Series champs. But anyway, so I was watching. I had yesterday afternoon. I was home, or it was early, whenever they were playing the Twins, and so the Yankees had the. They were talking about. I forget what they were talking about, but they showed the monument and the retired numbers out in Yankee Stadium, and so my son was quizzing
Monument
me.
Park.
Yeah, my son was quizzing me, and so I did fine. So I'm going to give you a few of these, but there's one guy I'm like, why is his number retired?
Oh, Paul O'Neill.
Yeah,
I'm hot right now.
Why is Paul O'Neill's number
Because
retired?
he's probably on all of those teams that won. Probably spanned it along with Jeter. And
Okay, so number one is.
Oh, the number one.
Yeah. Who wore number one?
Okay, back in the day, we didn't do it. We did it by where you hit in the lineup, didn't we?
No, you don't overthink this. He was a skipper.
Oh,
yeah.
McCarthy?
No, Billy Martin.
Oh yeah, I knew that. Oh yes.
Number two.
Jeter?
Yeah.
Jeter?
Don't ruin yourself. You're red hot right now.
Okay. Oh yeah, I am. I'm red hot. Let's keep going. Okay.
Yeah, Yogi Berra and Paul O'Neill.
Yeah.
Number three.
Payton.
Number four.
Gehrig.
Number five.
Oh, is that? No. DiMaggio.
Very good. Number six.
That's getting harder. 6.
Think skipper again.
Okay. Casey Stengel.
No.
I mean, who did I say the first time?
No.
Who was their major?
McCarthy, but no. Not Miller Huggins. No.
But did McCarthy manage them?
Yeah.
Torrey then?
Torrey.
Yeah, I don't know.
Number 7.
Manager numbers, by the way, these don't count.
That's fair.
They're
Number 7.
7 is Mickey Mantle.
Do managers wear numbers anymore? Because they always have the hoodies
I don't know.
on.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Number 8. There are 2 number 8s.
2 number 8s?
Yeah.
I'm going to say Yogi was number 8.
Yogi was one of them.
And so the other one would have to, is it Thurman Munson maybe?
No,
is he 24?
You're not as good at the numbers. I'm surprised. Bill Dickey.
I don't know Bill Dickey, yeah.
You don't know Bill Dickey?
I mean, I know who he is, but
Okay.
I would never get to. He was a catcher, though, right?
Yeah.
See, I'm trying to. You told me not to outthink it. I would have got, but that's it. Their position is their number.
Yeah.
For a lot of them.
Number 9. Stop thinking that way, though.
Number 9 for the Yankees.
Yeah. 61.
Maris.
Yeah. Number 10.
Um,
Jeff, let me. Holy cow, Jeff! That was a great play.
Phil Rizzuto.
Very good. Number 15.
15 is that like 15? He's looking at me like I should know that one.
70s.
Is it
The 70s.
Catfish Hunter?
No, Thurman. Number 16. My son said, "Is it Whitty?" No, it's Whitey.
Whitey Ford.
Whitey Ford. Number 20, current Yankees. That's the ones I had the most problems with. Jorge Posada. 21, Paul O'Neill. 303 batting average.
Denny's like, why don't I come in again?
4 Yankee World Series titles. We got time with Denny. Mattingly, 23. Elston Howard, 32. Casey, 37. Mariano Rivera, 42, along with Jackie. Reggie, 44. Andy Pettit, 46. Ron Guidry, 49. Bernie Williams, 51.
No A-Rod?
No.
Will he get it?
I don't know. Good question.
He won't because unless they're gonna because the Babe was 3, right?
Oh, he was 13.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah.
A-Rod belongs on there as much as maybe 2 or 3 of those others? Or
Oh,
no?
yeah.
But he only won 1, but
He only won
statistically
one.
he was great. Though.
Yeah. This is the drill.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Get Florida Gators play-by-play baseball on 1010XL.
The Gators' magic streak continues in Clemson against the number 6 Tigers. Tomorrow at 2 and Sunday at 2:30 on 1010 a.m.
Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Hey, one of life's most important decisions. If you're 18 years or older, you just got married, you got divorced, you have children, you want to take care of your family, of course you do. That's why I'm here to tell you about Matt Hinson and the Hinson Law Firm. I'm not the attorney, Matty is, but he wants to ask you, have you done your last will? Because you need to. Why? All your hard work, all your assets go to the people that you choose and love. Also helps minimize income, gift, and estate taxes as well. Matt Hinson's your guy. He'll listen, he'll help you with some tough decisions. Provide you information needed so you are at ease with your choice. It's a Hinson Law Firm. You got questions? Reach out. 527-1700. Matt Hinson, 904-527-1700. Office is Jacksonville, Florida. Gang, don't let the state decide your fate.
The flagship station of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
I'm Frank Frangie with the Nimnik Nugget. I'm happy for Justin Nadeau and Evan Kress, former JU baseball players, who get to continue their careers at Power 5 schools. Evan Kress is going to Florida State. Justin is going to Florida. But I hate it for the mid-majors. I don't blame the players. It's a great opportunity. But I hate that the mid-majors work so hard to recruit players, develop players, and when they get them developed, they move on. It makes it harder than ever to be a head coach at a mid-major. That means JU and UNF. I'm Frank Frangie for the Nimnik family of dealerships. It's time for Bravo Rama at Nimnik Buick GMC. Frank Frangie here. Find your next vehicle with Car Bravo, a better way to shop certified used vehicles online with transparent pricing. Save big this month with $1,000 customer cash on Car Bravo certified light-duty full-size pickup trucks and 0% APR. That's right, 0% on select Car Bravo certified vehicles. Get it all at Nimnik, your friends in the car business since 1941. GMC, we are professional grade.
Hey, imagine waking up this time next week and you are 100% debt-free. No credit cards, no car loan, no personal loan. Prosser here, and Loan Pronto's Equity Express line of credit can make that happen. Homeowners are turning their home equity into cash almost instantly. In fact, with Loan Pronto's AI-based system, you can get approval in about 10 minutes with almost no documentation, no appraisal, and no hassle. Get hundreds of thousands of dollars out of your home. Use that money to pay off all your other loans. The average homeowner will save over $850 a month doing this. Sound good? You bet. Listen, your home value's up. You can use that to wipe out all those credit cards, get some money for home improvement. Literally hundreds of thousands are at your fingertips, and approval is just minutes away. So call now, 904-999-1508. 904-999-1508 or go to loanpronto.com. That's loanpronto.com, 904-999-1508. NMLS 1661781, subject to lender approval, equal housing lender.
This is Hayes Carlion for QC Kinetics. Are you not able to enjoy this summer as much as you want because of joint pain? Well, give my friends at QC Kinetics a call at 904-274-5522 for a free consultation. They're serving the Jacksonville area with locations in Mandarin and Ponte Vedra Beach. QC Kinetics is the nation's leader in regenerative medicine. I'm talking lasting joint pain relief with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. QC Kinetics advanced treatments harness your own body's ability to restore and repair damaged joint tissue so you can walk, run, hike, play golf, move again, pain-free. Their advanced protocols have enabled tens of thousands of patients to reclaim their mobility. Stop putting it off. Take action now and live your best life again. Call QC Kinetics now for a free consultation, 904-274-5522 in Mandarin and Ponte Vedra. That is QC Kinetics.
Let's go! Join us this Saturday, June 8th at 7 o'clock in the VyStar Veterans Memorial Arena as your Sharks take on the Tulsa Oilers. Great seats are still available. Ask about our awesome family package. 4 tickets, 4 food or merchandise vouchers, and a $25 Al's Pizza gift card. Get yours today. Call 904-621-0700 or visit jacksonsharks.com. The Shark Tank is having a luau. So break out your flip-flops and grass skirts and come join us. Check out the Polynesian dancers and learn the hula at Shark Fest, our pregame party. The first 1,000 fans will get a free leg. It's going to be a totally tubular night.
Jacksonville Sharks, Tulsa Oilers.
That's Saturday, June 8th, 7 o'clock. For tickets, call 904-621-0700 or visit jacksonsharks.com. That's 904-621-0700 or jacksharks.com. Let's go!
Let's go.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. The Jaguars' need to upgrade the offensive line is widely known. Quarterback Trevor Lawrence is impressed with the addition of Mitch Morse.
Kind of the way he came in and gets along with everybody great. He's a good leader. Obviously super experienced. He's played a lot of football.
Jaguar running back coach Jerry Mack at an OTA's presser says Travis Etienne is a premier back.
I just think when you look at his skill set of what he's able to do as far as in the pass receiving game, and it also too what he's able to do in the run game.
The Tax Slayer Gator Bowl announced Thursday that the 80th annual Tax Slayer Gator Bowl will be played on Bill Gay grounds at Everbank Stadium on Thursday, January 2nd, 2025. Game time will be 7:30 and will be televised nationally. And that's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
It's 8:12 and it's 78 degrees. Time and Temp is brought to you by Bueller Air Conditioning. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the quarterback whisperer, Denny Thompson.
Okay, bring it in.
Brought to you by Tyson Sound and Security, security and automation experts, and George Moore Chevrolet.
1, 2, 3.
First, for the official update, the band was in the marching band uniforms.
Okay.
In Normandy.
All right. Good for them. Denny Thompson's here. What's up, Denny?
Running around, man.
Did you go to Skyline Chili? You hate it.
No.
Did it?
No, heck no.
Back from Cincinnati.
Take a swim in the Ohio, did you?
And every time I say that, people come after me.
Did you go see the Reds?
I know. They were playing the Cardinals, too.
Oh, man.
But didn't get a chance
Go to Kings Island?
Didn't do anything.
No.
I did go to the Hard Rock.
You worked?
Did go to the Hard Rock.
A casino?
Yeah.
They have a casino in Cincinnati now?
No hotel, just the casino. It's really
Is
nice.
it right next to the ballpark?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, pretty close.
Man, another city I need to go to. Pittsburgh's on the list. Same deal in
Cincinnati's
Pittsburgh.
not bad. If
No,
you go
no,
with
I
the-
like Cincinnati fine.
Yeah, if you go with the right weather.
Cincinnati's a scary airport to fly into.
Is it?
Yeah.
I always keep the things down.
No, it's kind of like I think Cincinnati's one, but you fly kind of through the cliffs to land in it.
Oh, really?
At least the way that we went.
The cliffs of Ohio, I know.
The
No,
did you know the airport's in Kentucky? The Cincinnati airport is not even in Ohio. It's in
no
Kentucky.
hills there.
I will say this. I loved the AFC Central when we were in it.
Yeah.
Just because I like to go to Pittsburgh, Cleveland, and Cincinnati. They're very underrated cities.
Yeah, and
I enjoyed all three of them.
Those two ballparks they've got there. I mean, the football stadium.
Well,
and the
they're better
ballpark,
now.
Fantastic. Yeah, fantastic.
I also went to Riverfront for
Oh yeah.
It's awful. And and to this day, the coldest game I've ever been at, and I was doing radio on the sidelines, and so it was horrible. Jags at Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Regular season. It was like minus 18 wind chill. They gave me a shout out to Drew Hampton. Gave me hand warmers and foot warmers for the game.
Great sports city.
Yeah.
They love their Reds there.
They do love the Reds.
Yeah.
It's a good baseball town.
Not very good this year. But
Yeah.
They love their Reds.
Yeah. I was watching the other day, speaking of Cincinnati, I think the replay maybe of it was Bengals Chiefs. I think it's the one the Bengals beat the Chiefs. I didn't wait till the end, but in that particular game, do you guys remember the fact that the Chiefs were up 21-3 on the Bengals in Kansas City?
Was
Is
that
that possible?
you talking about the playoff game?
Yeah, the AFC Championship. I'm
Oh,
guessing.
that was incredible. That whole game was
Was it 21-3
I don't-
Kansas City?
I
Does that
don't-
stick in your mind?
No.
Because I was watching a game where Kansas City was winning 21-3. It was definitely a playoff game, and I think that's the one that
The big one that I remember Deshaun and the Browns blowing the lead against the Chiefs. They had like a 24-3 lead in
Deshaun
Kansas
and
City.
the Texans.
Yeah, the Texans.
Yeah. The Chiefs have been in some games now.
Man, that's the truth.
That and the Josh Allen Buffalo game. I mean, instant classics.
Oh,
Top
13
10s
seconds
of all
is
time.
that may be the greatest game ever played.
Could be. Yeah, could be.
Yeah, look at this, man. Kansas City was up on Cincinnati with Pat Mahomes, 21-3 at home, and Cincinnati got a touchdown at the end of the half to make it 21-10. That really helped them. But they were up 21-3.
That's
and
such a big part of
and they lost in
sports.
overtime.
It's the end of the half, and then
Yeah.
especially if you get the ball in the second, because you can literally be in a game where you've been getting thwarted all day. It's 17-3. Just get a field goal and a touchdown, 17-13. That's such a key.
It's the football version of 2 for 1.
I can see why these coaches have now gone almost exclusive to wanting that ball in the second half, because you can manipulate. It's like the 2 for 1 in NBA.
Yep.
They're beating the shot clock.
I think that the most important possession in a game outside of, like, when you got to score to win, is that first possession of the second half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That first possession
right
of
back
the
in the
second
game.
half is, you can either get right back in it or you're out. You're done.
Denny, a quick personal question. Why so shaggy? What's going on with you? Is this a new look?
Yeah, I don't know.
Growing the hair out? What are we doing?
I didn't know if I
Beards
could still
unshaven?
could.
I mean,
I didn't know if I could still grow the hair out.
Midlife crisis.
And then I started growing it out, and I'm like, oh, what the heck? Why I've been
you got a
cutting-
Corvette out there too?
No, I got a George Moore Chevrolet truck.
Oh, I know you do, but I was just checking to see if you may want George Moore and said, "Give me a vet."
Yeah, give
I
a
don't
vet.
have-
I'm
I don't have that
MLC.
kind of juice. No,
I'm MLCing right here.
Yeah.
No,
Okay,
no,
you're all right. You're
no.
good.
I don't even have enough juice to get the truck with the package that you got. I had to get the one down from that.
Oh,
yeah,
look at
yeah,
you.
yeah. I'm
Look
just
at
trying
you.
to get to your level.
That a baby.
What's going on with Anthony Richardson? I know he's not practicing now. They're sitting him again. I know what the
Are they?
standard. Well, yeah, he sat out practice.
I didn't even know that.
They pulled him out of practice. His shoulder soreness.
Oh, I had no idea.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
Do you do anything different when you're? I mean, what kind of pitch count do they put you on? Are you in contact with the team when they have a guy coming off a shoulder injury?
I'm not.
Okay.
Tom, in some cases.
But your group, because that would be like the one area where I wonder if there would be not maybe conflict, but you definitely, in many of these areas you probably don't need to be on the same page with them. In some cases you might not want to be, but when it comes to the health and what they want you pushing, I wonder if that comes into play.
He was held out of
I don't know much medical wise. I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
Held out of the final offseason practice, right shoulder soreness, precautionary according to the Colts. Seen with trainers midway through Wednesday's practice addressing the shoulder. I've been dealing with soreness since I started throwing. It's hard listening to the trainers. You got to sit out for the day, but it's part of the health journey, so I'm just rocking with them and listening. We're actually surprised it's only been one day, is what the Colts said.
Is it fair to say that Anthony, as much as loved as he is, needs reps? He hasn't played a lot. Is it more important for him in something as unimportant as minicamp to be in there than it would be for others?
If it wasn't the mini camps, but
you're still you're controlling. Well, okay, I don't know. That's why I asked.
Like I don't know. I think I mean, obviously you want all the reps you can get. I mean, I obviously have seen Anthony throw this offseason, and it's spectacular.
Mm-hmm.
But I have no idea what's going on there. Largely, when these guys leave for this stuff, like somebody asked me the other day if I've talked to Austin Reed. Man, Austin Reed don't have time to talk.
Mm-hmm.
These guys are just all go, especially the rookies, which is why I hate this NFL rumor or proposal talking about getting rid of these OTAs and things like that. It's just it's so silly.
That's coming, dude.
And it's like, what are we trying to accomplish? Because if you want the best product on the field possible, which is what we all want, they need this time, especially the rookies. I mean, if you're drafted and you don't go there until July, you're at such a disadvantage. You might as well not even sign undrafted free agents. I mean, when are they going to get reps? So it's I don't know. This time of year is kind of tricky, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. I have no idea about what's going on with Anthony. I didn't even know he sat out yesterday.
Tell me about your thoughts about how Tua Tagovailoa as a quarterback. Would you give him his big fatty contract, which is going to happen down in Miami? I mean, again, you're always dealing with, well, what else are you going to do? What are your options? So, but here's Tua. He's a year ahead of Trev. They're kind of handling it differently now. There's more urgency for Tua, obviously, so I get it. But he's kind of been, on the back burner down there. He's a little antsy about it. Trevor doesn't seem bothered by it at all. I'm just curious what your thought is him as a player. Where do you rank Tua Tagovailoa?
I was not a big Tua guy initially, but I am now. I mean, the guy throws with great anticipation, seems to know exactly what to put that offense in. I think Mike McDaniel's been amazing for him. And he's got a stronger arm. We talked about this forever. It was the knock on Tua was his arm, and that was the weird thing for me. It's like he's got plenty of arm. So I think you got to pay him. I think if you're paying other guys the way they're paying other guys, then you've got a team that you feel like is in a Super Bowl window, which Miami does, then you've got to pay the quarterback that puts you there. He knows the offense, and the team loves him. And I've heard recently that he lost a bunch of weight. So, I'm interested to see what his offseason
He lost weight and it went right into his hair, and it just poof.
Oh, did he grow the hair?
He poofed it out, baby.
Yeah.
Remember those pencil erasers that you could go like this and the hair would go poof off the top of the little
like the Chia Pets.
Yeah.
No, I think Tua's a good player. I've talked to a lot of people in that organization over the past couple of years and they have all said the same thing: is he is such a great team guy. that everybody loves and rallies around Tua. So I that means something. That definitely means something. And they're an explosive offense, so you got to give him credit for that.
All right, I got a question for you. We're looking at a lot of SEC quarterback rankings, Denny Thompson, and we're looking at Mertz in the middle of the pack. It kind of, to us, we feel like, and I'm not going to sit here and make this huge argument, but there's two things that stick out. One, you know what's amazing? What happened to all these guys who were throwing 40 touchdown passes a year? I mean, the guy, Carson, who's probably, to me, the number one quarterback in the SEC coming back. I would think that do we all agree on that? Is anybody
Not close, is it?
Yeah.
Maybe Milroe.
Who's two?
Milroe, in fairness. Milroe. Yeah.
Well, and the one we looked at had
I would say Milroe, though.
Ewers.
Oh, I forgot they're in the
Oh,
SEC.
yeah, that's true, too.
Yeah.
How good is he?
He's good.
NFL guy?
A lot of arm talent. Yeah, he's good. He's really good.
Arch had that
How many
Arch had
touchdowns
that
do you think
unbelievable
Quinn
sprint.
Ewers threw last year?
I'm going to go with like 28.
Yeah, 22.
22?
How many touchdowns did Carson throw last year?
Oh,
you should
25?
know. 24.
Yeah.
How many touchdown passes did Jackson Dart, who's the third-ranked quarterback?
He was probably closer to 30.
At 23.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you see my point? What happened to all these guys throwing 30, 35, 40,
Well, because people are running the ball in the red zone again, and it's good. I mean, it's good. The run game is coming back. And
Jalen Milroe, 23. Brady Cook, 21.
How many rushing did Milroe have?
Well, that's good. That's fair.
Yeah.
Nussmeier, he didn't play that much, 11. Mertz, 20. Weigman.
He got hurt.
Okay.
Yeah, he only played a little bit last year. He's a good player, by the way.
Yeah, I say he could be.
He is a really good player.
Yeah.
The kid from Arkansas that just transferred from Boise is a good player. It's a great quarterback year for
Where
the
did KJ
SEC.
Jefferson end up?
UCF.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
UCF.
We'll see him again.
Peyton Thorne at Auburn's a good player, too. This is a really good quarterback year for the SEC.
We looked at the ACC, Denny, the same list, and it had DJ throw it away number 2. Is that?
Wow.
Uiagalelei. So,
and who was one? Cade? Klubnik?
No, he was 7.
Miami.
Cam Ward.
Of course. Yeah.
Doesn't that sum up college football, though? Here you have the top 2, not just transfers. The top 2 quarterbacks in the ACC are first-year transfers that haven't even played in the league yet, although I guess that's an asterisk with DJ, who has for Clemson.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
That's college football.
Boy, I would think last year wasn't Cade like 2, 3 in every list?
Did he have a bad year? I don't know. It
was okay.
I didn't.
Isn't
he why Uiagalelei left?
Yes.
Yeah. Is the sizzle of
what a
Clemson
good
just
matchup.
gone,
That's a sizzler, isn't it, when FSU and Clemson play? That'll be a nice little storyline.
Is the sizzle from Clemson gone? Yes.
Yeah.
As far as national championship contender.
Because you know who their week 1 game is.
Georgia.
Yeah, Georgia and Atlanta, and that's
Georgia's
going to
be double-digit favorites.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I don't know. I haven't seen enough of DJ.
Clemson could return to that if they were to upset Georgia.
Georgia's going to beat the hell out of Clemson,
they are.
guys.
Yeah. 19-9 last year for Klubnik.
Okay, Clemson fan, don't come at me in waves. It could be a game. There's just such an advantage at quarter. I mean, Carson Beck feels like he's about to be that 40 touchdown guy. Do they have receivers at Georgia?
Oh yeah. Yeah, they're loaded.
Why do you have to be like that, Denny?
They're loaded.
Why do you have to be like that?
I mean, I think I told you guys they came down a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah,
the receivers did.
The receivers did.
Carson.
Yeah.
All here
and through.
Are the Jaguars allowed to come to your place and watch people?
Here, by the way.
Can the NFL scouts come watch? They can't.
No.
Is that NFL college rule or your rule?
That's I don't know what it is, but our
no one's coming
in.
Okay.
Yeah.
What if we slid you some cash? Would you let us?
Well, I mean, we don't necessarily have a rule against y'all. It's just,
I see what you're saying. Not give it because if I'm the Jags, I think I'd want to be over there checking checking them out.
Well, it's really more. I mean, the guys don't want them there.
I get it.
Yeah. We're working on stuff, and
it makes
it's not
sense.
a time to be evaluated.
But the Georgia receivers are, they're the real deal.
Yeah, they got the transfer from Miami, who was really, really impressive.
Yeah.
Long
kid. You know what I hate, Dan? We're such great college football fans. I like to think of myself as always pretty much that. One thing that this transfer has done is it's just taken away your It feels like homework to keep up with who's on which team. Used to be easy back in the day. You'd watch a guy, and as a freshman, he'd make a few plays. As a sophomore, he's a name to watch. As a junior, you know it, and by senior, it's a household name.
Listen, NIL and transfer portal greatly benefit me, but I will say it's exhausting.
As a fan, it is.
Yeah,
I've exhausting.
Given up. I've given up. My son can tell you everything, and he'll say something to me one day. I'm like, oh, he's there?
Yeah, Brooks is
No
like that
idea.
with baseball. It's so funny. It strikes me as like he was telling me, like Florida got this baseball transfer from Texas Tech, And he had an okay freshman year, nothing great. I was like, why'd they get him? He goes, Dad, we played against that kid at Park. He was at Parkview. He's a first baseman, but he plays in. He's really good. He just was. Yeah, I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean,
all right.
I don't know. I think football's also a little different because they wear helmets, so you don't really
Correct.
know what they look like. I mean, these guys come rolling out into the facility the first day, and I don't have a clue who any of them are.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't take long to see that they're a little bit different than most.
Brock Vandegrift.
Yeah.
How will he do at Kentucky? He's rated low, but I mean, he just hasn't played. But what do you,
Georgia transfer?
What do you know about Brock Vandegrift?
Big.
He was a high-ranked kid coming out. He didn't. It looked, why did he leave?
Well, I think there's a couple reasons. One, Carson came back.
So he wants to start this year.
Yeah, I think so.
He didn't want to wait another year, but they went and got other competition for him. Is that?
Well, he had already left by the
when
time
they got Rashada.
Okay. Yeah, he had been long gone.
If they had kept Vandegrift, would they have
Rashada.
gotten Rashada?
I don't know.
Rashada.
I don't know. But the thing about Brock is, like, big, strong, powerful, athletic kid.
Yeah. So thrower.
Carson is kind of the exception to this rule, man. When you sit out 3 years, that's
rusty.
That's tough.
Yeah,
that's tough. And just call it what it is. Outside of when they play Florida, Kentucky struggles offensively.
What? It's a shot. What happens if
that's 2 times you've gone kind of against?
No,
the
am I
Gators.
wrong?
Well, no, but you know what?
If you didn't know college football, guys, and you just watched Kentucky, Florida,
you
you
think
would
they were
swear
not,
Kentucky's.
But
number
a
one
lot
in
of
the
times they
country.
do it running it too.
Yeah, they do. That's true.
You're frustrating me.
Tall,
today.
sweet.
Yeah.
You're frustrating.
In fact, I could say the biggest indicator of Florida's pitiful dive into mediocrity is the Kentucky series. I think that's the best benchmark. Forget it. It's not that you lose one here or there, but the fact that you've made the middleweight program of Kentucky appear is disgusting.
Oh yeah.
And it's the number one indicator.
It's the most frustrating.
Just as it's not unlike when Kentucky basketball lets Florida be the best basketball program. It's unacceptable. And
is it the most frustrating game to watch as a Florida fan every single year?
Last year
it borders on it.
We made some running back All-American every year too.
So maddening.
It's no good.
And you saw it coming because Florida got lucky for 3 years in a row with weird things.
Yeah,
right?
we did some weird stuff.
It's a weird series. I guess Stoops has got Florida figured out.
Denny, what would you put if you were a gambling man? And you said there's a lot of good pro prospect quarterbacks this year, and Carson Beck has been put it out there. He wants to win a high unfinished business at Georgia. Right. Wants to win the SEC, win the Heisman. Be the top pick.
Mm-hmm.
What would you bet right now on Carson Beck being the top pick in the draft? Like knowing that, I guess. Well, who are the other guys? Shedeur Sanders, maybe Ewers. I don't know.
Is Ewers a junior? Redshirt junior?
I don't know, but he's coming. He's
I
coming.
know he is. I know you think he is, and we say he is, and we feel he is. But I watched Carson Beck sit for 3 years. My point was going to be: could Art sit 3 years?
No, he ain't sitting 3.
I think Texas is a very similar situation to Georgia, though. If you're a quarterback, don't leave there. Just because you got all the weapons, you got the coach. Just wait. Just wait because you're going to be fine. But to answer your question,
yes, sir.
I wouldn't put money on the number one pick because that depends on who has the pick. But I would say the first quarterback take, and I'm very confident about
that.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. You think he'll be the first?
I think he's going to have a great year. I think he's going to have a huge year. He had
a great year last year.
He has locked in.
There was a time last year, and I said this to you. And listen, you know me. I wish Carson well, but I, unlike you, hate the Dogs. And I'm watching the game, and he was throwing the ball as well as anybody in the country for a while there. I mean, the guy was terrific.
Yeah.
I mean, I tip my cap to him.
When they let him loose.
Oh.
Yeah, the first couple games.
Yeah.
Very conservative.
Yeah, and they were losing at halftime.
Very conservative.
They'd be losing.
And then
let him throw.
Second half of Auburn, they kind of opened it up, and then from there on, he was fantastic.
He was good.
He has been locked in this offseason. I know everybody talks about the car and all that kind of stuff. But, man, he has been –
Does he have a car?
He has been as locked in as anybody I've ever seen. He has very crystal clear goals right now. And Carson, to his credit, is the kind that doesn't let anything take him off this.
Yeah, I got to, listen and accept and put up with this from September to, usually January 3rd every year. So enough of this Georgia parade.
Well, can we go back to Graham Mertz for a second?
You can go back to Mertz. I've had it with Carson Beck. God bless him and love him. I've had it with Georgia. I've had it with how great their receivers are. I've had it where they're the one place you want to stay forever. I've just had it with it all.
Tried to tell you that.
If Graham Mertz was at where is the Ole Miss Jackson Dart in that list?
Third.
Third? Yeah.
He would be third? If he was at a team,
Yeah, not more talented. That
No,
just,
that
just
has somebody
threw the
that's not
ball
Billy
and
Napier.
just-
Oh.
Yeah,
That's what he's saying.
that was a little bit more push the
better
ball
coach.
downfield. I think Graham Mertz is going to end up being like a 3rd or 4th round draft pick.
Yeah, Florida at least this year I think has a puncher's chance of hope. We didn't even have that last year. I think there's a puncher's chance that you button up all these stupid mistakes, but again, it's going to take playing, way above what your expectation is. I think they played below it the last couple of years. Here's
I think we
hoping.
talked about this 2 weeks ago. Like, you talked to the Florida coaches, and they are very confident.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
Very
good for
confident.
them. All right, I have a Shazam spotlight. I do. Yeah, congratulations. Y'all enjoy that when you're drinking your Natty Light at your off-season, pool party.
You stop. Just stop.
I have a Shazam spotlight. It's football related, and I want to get both of your opinions.
Okay.
From the text line, Jeff can't handle the truth. Nailed it. Correct.
Also true.
I can't. The NFL is supposedly Shazam Spotlight brought to you by ShazamAuto.com. The NFL is supposedly just button up on everything, Hick.
Okay.
Denny, right?
Yeah.
They don't let things get through the cracks.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So they scheduled this game in Brazil.
Oh,
NFL players are being told not to wear green in Brazil for the Eagles-Packers game week 1. By the way, this is more important they should be saying NFL fans.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right? Because they'll put on their – because here's the kicker.
Players are going to be pretty safe.
But the kicker
Isolated.
is, so in a place where apparently, okay, first let me go. I mean, this is like, Bloods and Crips in L.A. You don't wear certain colors, certain places. If you wear a green jersey near a Corinthians arena, you may get yourself in trouble with the fans there who are willing to go to jail. They attack people wearing the color of their rivals, which is green.
How about this? How about let's not go play in any place where there might be some, quote, danger.
Yeah,
who are the
that's
two
fair.
teams?
Huh?
Eagles and Packers. Green.
Right. So why would you pick – that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Maybe send the Chiefs and the Rams?
What uniforms are we going to wear?
Right.
fellas?
Correct.
Niners aren't playing week 1.
Oh,
Like,
boy.
I wonder now if the NFL goes, oh, really? And they say, okay, Eagles wear your black uniforms.
Yeah.
And,
I mean, somebody should be fired for that.
right?
Right.
Yeah, somebody should be fired.
But again, forget the players. Players don't walk around town in their uniforms. This is for fans that show up because they do.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah, that is. I saw that yesterday, and it was just
Poor little Myrtle from Oshkosh down there just trying to go pack go.
Because also the
saved up everything they got to go.
Myrtle,
that
is that
game.
green?
Right, the fans ain't gonna get
Bang!
blue coats.
Shazam Spotlight brought to you by my friends at the Murray Ford Superstore, ShazamAuto.com.
The drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Okay, stop. This is a family movie.
Sports talk and entertainment for Jacksonville. This is 1010XL.
At Honda, we appreciate all the comparisons to other vehicles. And no matter how many times they compare their vehicles to a Honda, only a Honda is a Honda. Remember, value, quality, safety, there is no substitute. Visit your local Honda dealer now and experience the difference.
If you're getting engaged and want to spend way more than you should on a diamond, go ahead and shop the Big Chain Diamond Store. They love taking your money.
If you want the lowest price guaranteed, shop Beards Diamonds
at the St. John's Town Center or beardsdiamonds.com.
Hey, Hicken here, and I want to tell you about Beaches Dermatology and my doctor, Dr. Metz. I've been going to Dr. Metz for, I don't know how many years, decades. I got the scars to prove it. Listen, Jets, I love the beach. I love to play golf. I love Florida. I love to go to my kids' games in the hot sun all weekend long. Summer is basically here, and the sun will be shining. Don't forget your sunscreen. Trust me on this. You need to go get checked out today. It's more important than you think. Give Beaches Dermatology a call online at beachesdermatology.com.
Blue here for the Blue Crab House, located right off of San Jose. It's on Jewington Creek Road. They've been around since 1996. Indoor-outdoor dining. Also, takeout is available at the Blue Crab House. Open 4:30 to 9, Tuesday through Saturday. Sunday, noon until 9. Remember, Tuesday, $2 margaritas. Wednesday, $1 oyster night. How about the blue crabs? How about my personal favorite, the Canadian snow crabs? Whatever it is that you fancy, you get it right there. The Blue Crab House.
For the ones who know safety isn't a catchphrase, it's a culture. And the ones who help make sure everyone makes it home safe. For the safety-minded who watch everyone's backs, Grainger offers supplies and solutions for every industry, as well as safety assessments and training to keep your facilities safe and your people safer. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get
All
it done.
Jags, all NFL.
Jaguars Today from the Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute studios.
Everything you need to know about your hometown team. Jaguars Today, every weekday from 10 to noon on 1010XL.
Hi, this is Earl Ron, president of New South Window. If you need new windows or doors for your home, heads up, this message is for you. New South is having a one-day factory sale this Saturday only in our factory showroom. 40% off high-performance award-winning windows, 40% off energy-efficient windows and patio doors, 40% off our factory direct products installed. Bring in your measurements for on-the-spot pricing or call today. One day only, this Saturday from 9 till 4. Please visit us at newsouthwindow.com.
Yo, it's your boy E to the T. And the NBA playoffs are here, and it's the perfect time to elevate your game with MyBookie. With MyBookie, you can bet from anywhere, anytime, so you'll never miss a shot of making that straight cash, homie. You can even live stream and bet on the game right from the sportsbook, giving you everything you'll need to decide. Cash out or let it ride. MyBookie really makes it easy to get paid with tons of boosted props and slam dunk parlays. And new boosts are now posted on the daily. It's more than just a sports book. Buzzer beaters, underdog upsets, and a community to share in all of the sweats. Give yourself a head start today by using promo code 1010XL when you make your first deposit. That's 1010XL to claim a limited time bonus when you sign up and make your first deposit. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie. Come on, somebody.
Hey Jaguar fans, I'm Donovan Darius, former 10-year NFL All-Pro Jacksonville Jaguar safety. I'm hosting my 8th annual youth football tackling technique camps all throughout Jacksonville. With over 50 skills and drills, these young athletes will learn everything it takes from me and my coaches to be effective on and off the field. This camp is for kids ages 7 to 14 for June 18th, June 20th, and June 24th. To sign up your kid, go to DariusNextLevelTraining.com. DariusNextLevelTraining.com.
Your cooling system isn't working. Maybe somebody showed up with a portable electronic device. Then they discussed with you what your options are. Maybe they gave you an estimate that seems like an awful lot of money. What's the smart thing to do? When the situation merits a second opinion, get a Mike Merritt opinion. Yes, the Mike Merritt Comfort Team shows up with hand tools. We've never been able to fix an air conditioning problem with a tablet. Mike Merritt has been the trusted name for more than 30 years because there's never any hocus pocus. The Merritt team will walk you through the diagnostic steps up close and personal and show you exactly what you need. And the Mike Merritt price is likely to be far less because there's never an overtime charge, and the Merritt team doesn't work on commission. So remember, when it comes to the health of your cooling system, a second opinion can only help, and a Mike Merritt opinion can save you money. Florida license CACO 50384.
Hey, cataracts are the leading cause of vision loss in the United States and blindness worldwide. Hicken here for Bow 9 Associates. June is Cataract Awareness Month. Cataracts are a condition that causes the eye's lens to become cloudy, which can block or change the way light passes through the eye. Bow 9 is here to take care of you or someone you know experiencing faded colors, intensified brightness to light, poor night vision. Call or visit bow9.com to schedule your consultation. Bow 9 and Associates. They're keeping the First Coast focused.
XL is presented by Berra & Berra, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, welcome back to the program. This is The Drill. Fabulous Friday. Summertime. The oven door is open, baby. It's hot out there. But, boy, you get to the nighttime. You get to the sun going down, and it gets nice out there.
It's cooking, though.
But it's cooking on when the sun is out, baby.
Shoot, if it doesn't rain, it cooks at night, man.
Not for me. I enjoy it.
Kitchen's like an oven.
Good to be here, 8:41. Good morning, Jacksonville. Talking a lot of football today on we've been looking at kind of the PFF rankings just out of curiosity and as we go into the season. And I was looking at the tight ends, and our guy had a career year last year, so you would hope he'd be
He had an
ranked
all-time
high.
NFL year.
Yeah. And he's not valued in PFF world. That's where it's a Kittle-Kelsey world, and
well, those guys are dual.
Kittle's more of a they're both good blockers, but Kittle's run blocking grade is much higher than Kelsey's, so that's where Kittle wins the battle as the best tight end, although most would probably take Kelsey if you wanted one. Mark Andrews is a underrated third. He's a really good tight end. TJ Hawkinson is really good. He's become a good football player with the Vikings. Sam Laporta, though, who replaced Hawkinson in Detroit, is also very good, and Sam Laporta is one of those tight ends that, Dallas Goedert, Kyle Pitts is still 7th. Be interesting to see. This is a big year for Kyle Pitts. Will the Falcons and Kirk Cousins get him the football? Trey McBride we talked about yesterday. And we have David Njoku. Finally, we get Evan Ingram at 10.
That's okay. Of all the lists and all the disrespect of all that we've done the last, put a time span on it, that may be the most disrespectful pile of garbage of all.
Yeah. Prior to his arrival in Jacksonville, Ingram had recorded fewer than 65 receptions every year of his career. In 2 seasons, he has topped 85 each year, 199 receptions over a 2-year period. Obviously, he's not much of a blocker, but he's a nightmare matchup. We're lucky and glad to have Evan Ingram as our tight end. Cole Kmet is 11th. And you got some good – they got Brock Bowers projected at 14 already. That'll be fun to watch, see how he does. But good tight ends. Pratt Freiermuth, Dalton Schultz. You got to have good tight ends, man. We get down into the 20s even. You'll see, like, young Luke Musgrave of the Packers.
Let me ask you a question.
Taysom Hill of the Saints.
In today's day and age of the way football's played, and I know we're not coaches and we haven't been on NFL staffs, if you had to break down the importance of the value of the danger that your tight end presents for the defense, how much would you put on his pass receiving skills and how much would you put on his blocking ability?
Yeah, a lot more on the pass.
Yeah, and keep in mind how many times they're split out. That concludes. Kelsey doesn't line up at tackle and block.
One thing the Jags have not done effectively, in my opinion, and I could be wrong about this, but I don't see Ingram getting down the seam, though, like these other guys. Even those big Kittle and Kelsey, they get down the seam catches.
I'm not saying he's those guys. He's not behind.
That's fine.
The others. At the end of the day, give me.
Who cares? He's 10th. Yeah.
Well,
it's,
who cares, and why are we talking about the list?
Well, we don't. To demonstrate the fact that PFF ain't all that, which is what I said originally. But
this one, in particular.
Yeah.
To me, you know how I would. Again, this is pretty simplistic, and I'm not saying it's right.
Yeah.
But if I'm going to check last year's best tight ends, I'm going to go to a real simple stat here, Dan. I'll do it. Let's go to 2013 regular season. Let's get crazy here.
If you go 13, you're not going to have good stats.
23, I said.
No, you said 13.
Okay, well, 2023.
Yes.
And let's go to, I don't know, receptions.
Yeah.
We're running out, we're catching passes, and then let's just go down and find. I got, first tight end. I got 4 receivers with 35, 19, 19. And then the next guy is a tight end, 4th in the National Football League in receptions with 114.
Yeah. How many yards did he have?
963.
Yeah.
T.J. Hawkinson had 960.
Yeah.
And he had 95 catches, 24 or fewer. Is he one ahead of? Isn't he one that's ahead?
Yes.
Yeah. Who else do you want? Kelsey had 93 catches. He had 984 yards, 20 more than Ingram.
Okay, so you want Ingram over Kelsey?
Wow, how many times do I say I don't think Ingram's 10? How many times do I double down and I don't think
Well, if you're going to sit there and throw Kelsey's name out, then what are you saying?
I'm just telling you said how many yards, and I'm telling you he had more yards than Sam Laporta. He had more yards than David Njoku.
That's because he had 116 catches for 8 yards a catch.
When I say 116, you say, well, for how many yards? Well,
Yeah.
so that indicates to me, well, then you're curious who's the leader by yards.
No, I'm curious as the fact that he didn't have a lot of yards, that he needs to get more yards. Again, I'm not Evan Ingram. I just said we're lucky to have him here as our tight end. He's a really good football player, and he's played better football here than he ever played with the Giants. It's great having him. I love him. He's a great player.
I'm just saying
we're quibbling. Let's move on. 10 or 8.
Yeah.
He's not better than Kelsey, Kittle.
That's it. That's it.
Mark Andrews, I'd take over him.
And that's all fair. But at
Yeah.
the end of the day, this is why it's hard, I guess, to sports in context. I got a tight end who's first in catches by 20-something and third in yards.
Yeah.
That's not 10th. I don't care what you're using. I don't care who the other guys are. That's not 10th.
Well, Jeffrey, apparently they do value blocking then.
Okay.
I mean, apparently they do.
Yeah.
So for tight ends, it's important.
7 guys must block like 100% better than Ingram.
Kelsey has a Super Bowl ring.
Those two are ahead.
Kittle was in the Super Bowl.
Those two are
Andrews
ahead.
was in the AFC Championship.
Yeah.
You know, Hawkinson went to the was Hawkinson hurt or did he play?
Played 15 games.
Oh, Laporta, Laporta was in the NFC Championship game.
Yeah.
The 4 tight ends.
Played 17, had 30 fewer catches and 50 fewer yards. Anyway. It's the 10th. That's the part I don't understand. I'm not arguing that he's top 2. It's 10th is way low.
I'll move on to edge rushers because I can't get through to you. Myles Garrett is number 1, according to PFF. Micah Parsons is number 2. Nick Bosa is number 3. TJ Watt is number 4. Max Crosby
Is this
is
their
number
ranking
5.
or is this their grade from last year? Or do we know?
Positional rankings.
Just rank. So they're taking all factors in, I will assume.
Going into 2024.
Okay. All right.
Top 32 ahead of the 24 NFL season.
We're down to Max Crosby, you said, was the last
Aiden
one?
Hutchinson is number 6. Khalil Mack is number 7. Josh Allen is number 8.
That now, despite an unbelievable year last year, that's fairer to me than the other one.
Yeah.
Although Hutchinson ahead of Allen really isn't fair.
Yeah.
Although Hutchinson, I guess,
I
led
think the bigger question
the
is
league.
where is Trayvon Walker?
How deep does the list go?
32. We'll have him in the 32.
Well, 10 sacks he should be.
Yeah. Oof.
But that's about all. He did have kind of one of those Vic Beasley type years. Doesn't have a lot of pressures outside.
Not
of
in
that.
the top 32.
Yeah, that's bad.
Wow.
The other guy's 5th. So
I
again,
would argue that one more than
I wouldn't because
top
of this,
10.
Dan. If you look at all, because if we're going to talk about ethereal stats like blocking that you can't categorize,
Yeah.
I can categorize pressures.
Okay.
I've got numbers for those.
Well, now I'll play the game with
And they're
you the
super
other
low.
way. Would you rather have Trayvon Walker or you ready to play?
And you're gonna some of these you're gonna have to remind me. You're gonna have to update me on what their stats are, what their age is, what they did last year, because I'm not gonna be able to tell you on all of them.
Would you rather have Trayvon Walker or Marcus Davenport?
Never mind.
Josh Sweat, Jonathan Grenard, Kayvon Thibodeau, Carl Granderson, Jadeveon Clowney. I guess he had a good year. Matthew Judon, Gregory Rousseau, your favorite Andy Van Ginkel, Brandon Graham, Montez Sweat, Brian Burns, Will Anderson. There's a lot of good players here.
A lot of good players.
Yeah. A lot of good edge rushers. Premium on edge rushers. Kids, grow up and be an edge rusher or be a tight end. Don't be a running back.
For sure.
That's the way to go.
Yeah. 100% on that one.
That's the way to go. Certainly.
All right, we got to take a break. It's a
We
GFL
do?
Friday.
Oh,
That's,
goodness.
Right, I think we're as kind of become typical. Way over. We're going to tussle and be back with more.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
There's a new one-stop shop for all things Florida State. Subscribe to 1010XL Seminoles YouTube channel, up-to-the-minute updates, analysis, and more. Plant the spear and subscribe to 1010XL Seminoles channel today.
Hey, Hicken here from my friends at Lockhart Construction. That's a long-time Jacksonville business. Shane's dad started. Shane, all these guys from here taking care of people who live here. People like me, man. We need a new bathroom, man. We went to Lockhart Construction. They did such a good job. We used them again and again. I sent them to my son, Drew. They helped on the outside of his house. They can do anything is basically what I'm telling you. Lockhart Construction, their family gives your family a better living experience. If you have a construction need, a construction thought, even a construction idea, give Shane a call. He'll tell you yay or nay. I can do it. No, I can't. He's usually going to tell you that he can do it, and he does it so very well. Shane Lockhart and Lockhart Construction, 994-3865, 994-3865.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Denny Thompson here. Tackle burglars and protect your turf. Give yourself peace of mind catching everything around your home with Tyson Sound & Security's cutting-edge surveillance cameras. For safety and convenience, Tyson has you covered for all home cameras and security systems. I'm talking HD recording, night vision, and remote alerts all from your phone or computer. Call Tyson Sound and Security right now at 904-762-1000. Tyson Sound and Security. Security and automation experts.
Stevie Beatrice from Beatrice Plumbing here. A lot of plumbing companies say a lot of things. We focus on what customers say. Like who a few weeks ago, Donna, said the entire experience was the best fix-it experience she ever had. Or Chris, whose hot water went out on a Saturday and he thanked us for getting it fixed that night. Because that's the difference when you hire a real plumber. They show up to fix the problem. So next time you need a plumber, remember Beatrice Plumbing. Because real plumbers fix problems real fast.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
After consulting with several orthopedic specialists about my constant knee pain, I chose Southeast Orthopedic Specialist and Dr. Chris Swanson to handle my surgery. Their professionalism let me know this team was the one for me. The surgery was very successful, and if I ever have a future need, I'll continue to trust Southeast Orthopedic Specialists to take care of me.
Relieve pain and get back to life. SOS. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Hunters know patience is part of the game.
Just got to keep hunting.
Jeff Lageman, Captain Kevin Faber, and Captain Kirk Waltz on the Nimnit Outdoors Show. Presented by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic and Air Conditioning. Saturday morning from 7 to 10 on 1010XL.
Daly's Dash is not only your Jaguars game day stop, but a great place to grab a meal any day of the week. To honor the Jags and the fans, we've crafted the Duval Sub. The Duval comes with freshly sliced turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheese, topped with crisp lettuce, fresh tomatoes, and a double portion of our secret sauce, all served on a fresh roll. Come by your local's Daly's Dash today to get your delicious Duval Sub. Daly's is the official convenience store sponsor of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
I'm here with Clayton Bromberg of Underwoods. How would you describe the typical engagement ring customer that comes in your store?
Frank, at Underwoods, we often see customers who've shopped around and are totally confused about how to select a diamond. Now, they're looking for somebody qualified who'll tell them the truth and they can trust. They've heard about certification on diamonds, wholesale diamonds, internet diamonds, deals that a friend of a friend can get them, and the prices will range from unbelievably low to unbelievably high. One of the reasons for the confusion is if you look at the factors of grading a diamond, after you know the carat weight, there are 11 grades for cut, 21 grades for color, 11 grades for clarity, so you got 2,541 different possibilities, each with a different price. That's where Underwoods helps straighten out the confusion, because we have the American Gem Society credentialed professionals that'll guide a customer the right diamond for them, one she'll be happy with for the rest of her life.
Underwoods, where customers are served with quality and respect. In San Marco, Avondale, and the shops of Ponte Vedra.
It's the Alhambra Theater's biggest summer show. Perfect for the whole family. The Alhambra Theater presents Joseph in the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat, based on the story of Joseph and his journey from humble dreamer to Egypt's favorite son. Presented by Atlantic Self-Storage. This big Andrew Lloyd Webber musical will have you singing out loud. To see this amazing show, go to alhambrajax.com to learn more about Joseph in the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. alhambrajax.com.
Hey, Hicken here with Zero Res. If you like me, you like to sit on that sofa and recliner and watch a good game, right? You unwind from the day. Sometimes TV time means food, drink, and a mess, too. Uh-oh, that's where you get the Zero Res truck out and get that furniture looking great again. And by the way, June is the time to do it. Zero Res offering 25% off all upholstery cleaning, 25% off a sectional, 25% off a sofa, 25% off a love seat, and 25% off your favorite recliner. Zero Res, man. You spell it forward, you spell it backwards. Zero Res. It's the right way to clean.
XL is presented by Farrah and Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Well, fellas, USA, USA, USA. We have pulled off an historic upset on the world sports stage. You know what I'm talking about?
Cricket.
Cricket. Cricket, certainly a niche sport in the U.S. I think it's. Have you ever seen cricket played in the United States? Ever?
No.
Either on TV or just around the corner at the park? No. The U.S. is co-hosting the T20 World Cup and participating in the tournament for the first time. And right out the gates, they deliver a stunning blow to cricket heavyweight Pakistan. Beat them Thursday in Texas. Co-hosting along with the West Indies. That makes sense, right? That seemed pretty close. Let's co-host U.S. and West Indies. What will be the next? There's no way to predict. I wonder what the next big sport is, Dan, because it switched. If you went back into 1950 and you told a boxing fan that the NFL would be more popular than it, they would say, yeah, sure. If you went back and told a baseball fan that the NBA would be more popular than you in 50 years, they would never believe you.
Yeah.
Like 75 years from now, is there a sport that is at least somewhat, it can't be something unknown. Is there something?
Pickleball.
Yeah. I think sports primarily are driven by and I'm thinking, at least in these terms, exclusively as an entertainment option. In other words, as a spectator or as TV or whatever. Is there room for growth? Or are we stuck with a 4? Will soccer ever rise up? It probably will be soccer, won't it? As we continue to get more and more of an international, melting pot here in the U.S., soccer is like unrivaled as the top sport in the world. Cricket is second. It's kind of why I asked the question. Like in worldwide popularity.
Yeah, I
guess it would be soccer. That would,
Yeah.
If you had to guess in 75 years, if there's a new number one sport that's not the NFL, it would probably be soccer.
Yeah.
Right. That's probably the smart bet. It's probably not close outside of that. We still haven't caught up, and we are gaining, right? Soccer popularity. Soccer used to be dismissed and scowled at and made fun of, and it's advanced. It's grown out of that stage.
It has. Maybe in your world.
No, it has in yours too. Yeah.
I don't watch it. You watch it.
No, I'm not talking about in general.
Yeah.
The knowledge. I promise you, 15 years ago, you could not have named more than 3 soccer players in the entire world, and I think now you could probably name 10 or 15.
Ooh.
Huh.
I could name a few, but I couldn't name 10.
Okay.
Ooh.
No, you couldn't, huh?
Ooh.
Who's the guy who plays for Argentina, one of the best in the history of the game?
Messi.
Who's the guy who plays now in Saudi Arabia? He's bounced around, a pretty boy.
Ronaldo.
Who's the guy who played for France?
Neymar.
There's a good one. It's not Neymar. Who's the guy who's the best, maybe the best player? He just went to Real St. Madrid from PSG. The best player in the world. He led his team to the World Cup final where they lost to Messi.
Duwapi.
Yeah, close enough. Mbappe.
Bop.
Maybe
Bop.
It's 2024. Maybe you do only know 4 soccer players. Never mind.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I don't.
Yeah. Well, here's the difference.
Who's the English guy?
Yeah. Our kids know.
Yeah.
Our kids know 20. They know 20. I guess that's what I'm saying. We didn't.
I would
as
say
kids.
that.
Yeah.
I would say that.
And so that's why I would probably. But I bring it up because, could it be cricket? It better not be cricket. If cricket ever beats baseball, then God, Big G should just blow up the sports world.
Isn't cricket a long game? Can't they be like a long game?
I think they've been like days, right? You go home and you come back and watch the next day. I have no idea how a cricket game goes. None.
Yeah.
I know I get the gist of it. You land, you throw. I guess if it hits the wickets, it's a strike or an out.
Right.
I know they hit the balls in all these weird directions, and guys just go diving without gloves all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
And they play on a round field stadium. It seems silly. Like, isn't it in cricket? You get the ball up in the air and going. It doesn't matter. You hit it sideways, backwards, forwards, anywhere.
Cricket is an interesting game. I don't know a whole lot either. Do you? But anyway, I know the U.S. won, and I think that's a huge upset. Who did they beat? Pakistan?
Yes.
That's like a major dub, I think.
The rules of cricket.
Oh no, we're not doing that.
2 teams. There's 11 on the field. It didn't look like there's that much, did it?
No.
I'm not going through the whole thing. I'm just kind of getting the 20. It's a 22-yard field between the pitcher and those wickets.
I see guys. I see guys.
Bump this. That's it for cricket exploration and research.
I see that our guy Chris Bryant is on the IL again. That Colorado move is one of the worst ever. I know he got paid, and I'm happy for him. He got $182 million, and
did he not go to the Giants first?
No, he got traded to the Giants, and then
From
he was
Colorado.
a free agent. And then from Chicago, and then he went and
Colorado paid him.
Yeah.
Oh.
Got $182 million before 2022. It's 2022, 2023, half of 2024, and he was a 4-time All-Star. He was the MVP of the National League, and it has been a disaster. And it's sad.
The Cubs were right. A lot of times you hate when you give up on your ascending talent, but the Cubs, when it came to Bryant and Baez, they were right.
Well, they weren't right about Schwarber.
No. Well,
so
yeah, to a degree. Still a 200 hitter, but in today's day and age.
Yeah, it's a really good player, man. He hits. But Chris Bryant going to, I mean, what a disaster. It's just,
I guess.
To me, it's more of a, I wish players would understand, and you know, this Boris guy is evil for the game, and I know he's trying to fight for him, but he just tells flat-out lies and finds things to work his way, and he does his job. I get it, but it's just, I mean, Chris Bryant was beloved in Chicago. At what cost? Was it worth it? Was it worth it to be? And again, injuries are part of. So forget the injuries, but I mean, the Rockies are never going to be any good. They're not any, or they're not with Chris Bryant. I mean, Chris Bryant played 42 games in 22, 80 games last year, and now he's in 24 games this year for Colorado. Totally broken down. $182 million. For 17 home runs in 2.5 years. It's just.
And he's what, mid-30s by now?
He's 32. It's just sad, man. I mean, the guy
Is it back with him? Is that what it is?
I don't know what it is.
Definitely injury related.
And I see, and again, this is, I mean, but if the reports are true and Alonso turned down 7/158, I mean, God bless you, Pete. Good luck. You know, go elsewhere. I hope you have a good, but it just. There's something to be said for continuity and playing with the same team and being part. I mean, especially if they offer you what is a pretty fair deal. And I don't know if the Cubs ever tried to. I don't know enough about the Cubs and that group, but boy, that team sure did look unbeatable, didn't they? Back in 15 and 15 they were a year early. 16 they won it all, and everybody's like, good gracious, you know, juicy Jake Arrieta, red hot on the bump, and Bryant and Javi and all those dudes, man, looked like they were going to be unstoppable, and here they are.
They were young.
Yeah.
You know, those guys were all young then.
Looked like a heck of a team. So, anyway.
This is somewhat surprising. I live in Naperville. They're building a 24,000-seat cricket-only stadium in a town near me. What?
Back to cricket.
I'm just saying, people have weighed in. Apparently,
Where is it?
Cricket's being played. They play cricket here in town a couple of places. They're building a big cricket stadium up near Chicago. Mr. 10 says they've been playing cricket out there in Houston forever with a high Indian population.
Yeah.
Please don't let it be cricket. Please don't let it be cricket. I think we're good here with the NFL. This NFL is going to ride this big fat tick out for a while. Now, they're nowhere near that thing. That big fat blood bubble bursting. We're nowhere near that with NFL.
This is the drill.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Bringing the sports bar to the middle of your workday.
What in the wide world of sports is going on here?
Joe C., Matt Hayes, and Leon Searcy.
They're here.
Where? XL Prime Time. Afternoons 2 to 4 on 1010XL.
Man, I couldn't be any happier than be part of the George Moore Chevrolet family. And when I say family, I mean that's how they treat you when they visit that beautiful showroom off Atlantic Boulevard. I went there this week for some service. Got to get an oil change, man. And I tell you what, the boys over there took good care of me. That's Gabe and Kevin and the guys. 10:30 appointment. Drive up at 10:30. They're ready for you. They take care of you. They get you in. They get you out. It's a perfect situation, man. So whatever it is you're looking for, car, truck, SUV, electric, pre-owned, you name it, George Moore Chevrolet has it. You know me, I got my boy Blue in the beautiful Silverado. If you can't make it over to Atlantic Boulevard, no frets. MooreChevy.com, so easy to navigate. All the vehicles, sales, service, parts, never been more easy to use. George Moore Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Cross. I'm thinking about changing my name.
Again? You're already the media mogul, the straw that stirs the drink, the Duke of Pablo Bay. Now what?
Refer to me as Dreamfinder's Danny Hicken.
What in the blazes? Is this a cash grab?
No, it's just that I believe so much in Dreamfinder's Homes. 20 locations in Northeast Florida, official home builder of Jags and Gators. Great opportunity for first-time homeowners.
All right. Dreamfinder's Danny it is.
Did I mention the lowest interest rates you can find? Visit dreamfindershomes.com. Now let Dreamfinder's Danny celebrate through the majesty of song. Dreamfinders, I believe they will build your home just right.
I joke around with my wife and call it my bionic knee.
But before Ernest became a patient with QC Kinetics, it was a different story.
I'd go to bed with my knee throbbing, heat, ice. I would get up in the middle of the night to get a drink or something, and I would just be hobbling.
He wasn't able to play on his rec basketball team or work in the yard, but QC Kinetics regenerative treatments turned around the situation without surgery or downtime, using Ernest's own healing properties to help restore his aching knee, now known as Ernest's bionic knee.
I am really happy because I am playing the game that I love so much, and I'm playing with my granddaughter, and I'm gardening, and I'm on my knees, and I'm jumping up. I have a 200-pound dog, and I'm playing with my dog.
Now Ernest is living his best life thanks to QC Kinetics, and so can you. Call today for your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 904-274-5522. That's 904-274-5522. 904-274-5522.
Are you embarrassed by your ugly, cracked concrete driveway? Need to enhance your home's curb appeal? Stonecore on Phillips Highway is your one-stop shop for all your outdoor needs. Replacing with new stone pavers will transform your driveway into a stunning work of art. Say goodbye to unsightly concrete and hello to beautiful, durable pavers that last for years. Visit Stonecore today and let's beautify your home together. Stonecore.co. We do outdoors better.
Dang, missed the ball, broke the tee. No worries, I'll just go to golf-t-repair.com and get these babies fixed. Oh, and while I'm on the site, I'll check out the Pro Shop with exclusive apparel designed by Jacksonville for local golfers. Golf-t-repair.com. Don't forget the hyphens. It's the place for golf stuff.
WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach. The restaurant of the day is Flame Broiler. Try the happy hour special, a mini chicken bowl with a drink for just $6.45. Order online at flamebroilerusa.com or check out one of 5 locations across town. Flame Broiler, simply healthy.
Bueller Air and Plumbing presents Are You Cool?
Our returning champion, a basketball court sweat mopper from Jacksonville, Florida, meet Louis Cramp.
Great to be back, Merv.
There's only one category left on the board, Louis. People you can trust to repair your air conditioner. Your 10 seconds starts now.
Well, I'm pretty handy with tools around. Right, so my Uncle Steve used to fix transmissions, so maybe he could... Okay, sorry. I guess just call the guys at Bueller?
That's right, Louis. The highly trained technicians at Bueller Air and Plumbing have the tools and the experience to service any make and model of home air conditioner to make sure that you are cool.
You sure I can't just have a quick...
Yeah, we're done for today.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
Here's your Southeast orthopedic specialist local sports update. The Jaguars have officially waived undrafted rookie wide receiver David White Jr. after his ACL injury. Head coach Doug Peterson is hopeful.
Wish him well now during the recovery. We'll get him back, and hopefully everything, for him, is positive.
The NCAA Tallahassee Super Regional Best of 3 series between Florida State and UConn is today at noon in Dick Howser Stadium. Game 2 is tomorrow at 11 a.m. The Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp dropped the doubleheader to the Charlotte Knights on Thursday. The 2 teams meet again this evening at 7:05. In Major League Baseball play, starting this evening, the Rays kick off a 4-game series against the Baltimore Orioles. The Marlins start a 3-game series against the Cleveland Guardians. That's your Southeast orthopedic specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
It's 9:10, and it's 80 degrees. Your time and your tip is brought to you by Bueller Air Conditioning. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Berra & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
It is, to me, one of the strangest stats when you really sit and think about it. The fact that Scotty Scheffler, as dominant as he's been, has never won a PGA golf tournament after the month of April. How weird is that? Now, maybe he doesn't have as many as you think he does. I think he's at 11 or 12 now, but gosh, already with a couple of Masters. But he's won the Players. He's won Bay Hill maybe more than once now. He's won, I believe, in San Diego. But all of his wins have come between January and the end of April. Has not won a PGA Tour event after that. Through the FedEx Cup playoffs, through the back half of the major season. It's incredible, really. Maybe that changes this week at the Memorial. Scheffler had a 5-under par 67 yesterday. Although I gotta put a big E card on Scheffler from something that happened earlier in this week. It might be grounds for having him returned to the Commonwealth of Kentucky and face charges after all.
Oh dear!
But did you see him in his press conference as he was summing up the incident at the PGA Championship?
No.
How he referred to the host city?
No, what'd he say?
Bro, I almost feel like you should pull it off, but I'll just go ahead and do it. Right? He said, "Listen, I just want you to know that my time here in Louisville." And then he goes on again, and again he goes Lewisville. I'm not talking about this ridiculousness where people parse whether you call it Louisville or Louisville. If you don't call it Louisville, it's like, all right, y'all, get over yourself. Louisville is fine to me. Louisville, those are fine. But let me tell you what it can't be ever. And by the way, they say it's Louisville. They want you just like Nevada wants you to say Nevada, and Colorado wants you to say Colorado.
Yeah.
Louisville people say it's Louisville.
Louisville.
But if you want to say Louisville, I'm fine with that. Whatever. But you cannot, at any time, under any circumstance, say Louisville.
Yeah.
Who in the world thinks that the city in Kentucky is called Louisville? And he didn't misspeak. He said it more than once. He said
He really said that?
He said Louisville two or three times.
That was him taking a shot then.
Yeah, for sure.
You think?
He knows.
How can you do it, bro? Play the soundbite. I'm not saying that it's.
You sure this ain't AI?
No, it's definitely not. It was at this week's event. It was just talking about putting that all in the rearview mirror. I mean, I know that he must know, but can you do it 2 times in a row, Dan? He doesn't seem like the creative, snarky, go out of his way to throw shade at you guy. I don't know if he has it in him. I mean, I just don't know if he's just reading and he's not paying attention. But I don't care if you say Louisville or Louisville, whatever. They can, those, stuffed shirts can worry about that.
Yeah.
But you cannot say Louisville unless you're in France.
Or if you're in Illinois, like Ron Zook.
Ron Zook, that's terrible,
I did not want to have to pursue legal action against Louisville because at the end of the day that the people of Louisville are then going to have to pay for the mistakes of their police department. That just doesn't seem right.
Nah, bro.
He's trolling him?
Yeah,
He's trolling him.
Come on, man. Everybody knows it's not Louisville.
He's trolling him, man.
I don't know, man.
I'm never going back to Valhalla. He might as well have said. He's trolling him, dude.
Everybody knows it's not Louisville.
You can't do that, can you?
You can't.
No way.
He double backed on it, too.
And you know what's fair at that point? Scotty, Doug Ferguson, AP. The city in Kentucky. What did you say?
And see if you get a ride.
I did not want to have to pursue legal action against Louisville because at the end of the day that the people of Louisville are then going to have to pay for the mistakes of their police department. That just doesn't seem right.
I think that's an epic troll.
Is it?
Yeah,
I don't know. I mean,
how can there be nothing on it by now? This was uttered a couple of days ago. Why haven't I seen a story on it?
I saw a little bit, but not much.
I took it as he's either just so disconnected from the world. And his whole life has been nothing but golf, and he's never been to Louisville in his life until he played the golf tournament.
Maybe.
I don't know. I mean,
only a couple people caught it because even the caption on Twitter said, even if you think Tiger Woods is the greatest golfer of all time, you have not seen Scotty Scheffler's troll on the entire city of Louisville.
Yeah, that's what he's doing.
That's the caption.
I mean, have you ever heard anybody get Louisville? Never. Right?
Not Louisville. You get Louisville, you get Louisville.
Yeah, Louisville or Louisville. I get it. Well played then, Scotty.
Right?
One of the two.
Hey, E, is your guy Xavier Howard signed yet?
Nah, I don't think so.
Okay. I think I may know why.
Uh-oh.
Shared revenge porn photos, videos with victim's minor son. Lawsuit.
Yeah.
Xavier seems to have some off-field stuff.
Yeah,
pop up every now
thank
and
God
then.
we didn't sign him 3 weeks ago or whenever.
Is that fair? I mean, I don't know that this is going to be, whatever. It's an out-of-court settlement, whatever. But, it's just at some point you got to start looking at the first. Shared explicit photos and videos. It's 9 o'clock nasty. of women even texting the sexual images of one victim to her son because she. I'm not going to read this.
No, what are we doing?
Yeah,
that's beyond nasty. That's depraved.
Gross. Yeah.
9 o'clock depravity.
That's depravity.
Depravity.
With the hard there. That's going hard right there.
This is depraved.
I want to go back to Goff.
To who?
Where are you on cringers?
Cringers?
Yeah. Do you like watching cringers? Do you not like watching cringers?
Depends how close to home it is. I've had cringers, so I'm part of Cringe Nation.
All right.
I've been a part of cringers, man. I've done cringers on television. I've done cringers on radio. I've done cringers in person. I've said to the lady, hey, when's the baby due?
Yeah, I've been part of cringers.
I'm a cringe guy.
Mr. Oprah Winfrey's here.
It's happened.
Yeah, I've had a
so
ton.
It strikes a little close. So
all right, well,
I tend
I
to have empathy for cringy.
Okay, well, I don't know, man. Cringy sometimes you lose a little bit of empathy because this is 101.
Oh, boy. Oh, no.
All right,
You're going to give me a cringer.
I got a
I don't want a cringer.
Well, I got one.
Let's do the cringer.
I don't know the reporter's name, the on-course reporter. I don't know her name at the Corn Ferry Tour event yesterday, but they're playing a Corn Ferry Tour event.
Nick Gabrelchik in there.
It's a bit, from UNF. They've got a big pro-am. This may be the one up at the Cliffs or whatever. Is this the one like in South Carolina, up in that area? Anyway.
I don't know.
Up in like the Asheville area. I think that it is. Anyway, so there's a big, contingent of celebrities there, right?
Okay. That's fair.
It includes, and he's not a big celebrity, but Everett Sands. Where do I know that name from? Did he play somewhere?
That's Sands' brother.
And honestly, man, every time.
Yes. Yes, every time.
Everett Sands, I know that name. There's a reason we know that name. Shame on you. It means something. It was either he's played here for the Sharks or he coached at somewhere. I know that name. Anyway,
he's at the Citadel.
I know he is now, but I from earlier, either as a player or as a coach, I know him. He's a coach at the Citadel, which makes this super duper awkward. Let's pick up the Golf Channel.
Oh no.
Let's pick up the Golf Channel story as they throw it to said reporter.
Oh,
many amateurs and celebs in the field this week. Vince Young playing this week, and he's down with more.
Okay, let's go to her.
6 seasons in the NFL, arguably one of the best NCAA quarterbacks of all time at Texas. Picked up golf about 4 years ago.
Oof.
What's the biggest shift you make going from the ultimate team sport to now the ultimate individual sport?
That's the guy taping.
Now, I apologize. You have the wrong person. I'm Everett Sands over.
I can't listen anymore. I apologize. You have the wrong person. Then she just.
He doesn't even look like Vince Young.
No,
bro.
I'm saying, dude. I mean, and again, I know it's harder and tougher for some than others to get jobs, but that is unbelievable.
All brothers don't look alike, Lauren.
Come on, Lauren.
That's terrible. It looks nothing like Vince Young. And by the way, she interviewed Vince Young later. I saw the Vince Young interview. That's why when people were saying she misidentified Vince Young, I said, well, dang, they fooled me too. Yes, I had it on Corn Ferry Tour Golf yesterday. I said, because he looked like Vince Young to me. Well, then I learned, I also saw that interview, and I never thought that was Vince Young. I wasn't paying any attention, but yes, she called him Vince Young.
Well, at least he handled it nicely.
He did. I'm sorry. He was very nice about it.
Very nice.
And by the way, there's some saying, well, it's the announcer's fault. They threw it to her. No. She tells them who she's got. That's how that works.
Yeah, that's not the announcer's fault. In fact, the announcer's probably ticked because he looks bad, too.
Correct.
Whoever he may have been. Who was our girl?
Who was it, E?
Some girl named Lauren.
Lauren.
Dang it, Lauren. Yeah, and she just, it's just terrible. And they look nothing alike, like he said.
Not even close.
Lauren, is it Lauren Thompson? Who is it?
Everett Sands later tweeted out, had a great time at the Pro-Am today. Even got interviewed after one of the holes. Lauren Withrow.
Lauren Withrow?
Thought she was interviewing Vince Young during a Pro-Am, but she was actually talking to Citadel assistant Everett Sands. This is like the Patrick Mahomes, Paulo Banchero. Remember the guy at the Formula One race was talking to Banchero because he thought he was Mahomes?
A little tall, but yeah.
Yep.
Oh, boy.
I want to know Everett Sands.
Poor Lauren.
Okay, Everett Sands. I played at. He's in the Citadel Hall of Fame as a player. I bet he was on one of those Citadel teams that played the Gators back in the day.
That's a reach.
How would I know his name?
I don't know. You don't know.
You're telling me I don't?
I don't think you know.
Let me ask you this. If Everett Sands was on a Citadel team that played Florida, will you
no
shut the blank up?
Oh no,
you won't. That won't count then.
No.
That won't be the reason
that's
why.
That's you mentally reaching for a reason to give yourself credit for
I'm not
knowing
trying
the
to
guy.
get credit. I'm asking you where we know him from.
You don't know him. You just think you know him. Maybe because of Steve.
It's not no relation to Steve. I should have identified. This is my good friend Everett Sands.
The Seminoles go at noon today. FSU baseball. They listen. Great opportunity. They get UConn. They win 2 of 3. They go to the College World Series. It's all right there for them. Florida doesn't play until tomorrow. I'd rather have FSU's schedule. I like the Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but it doesn't matter. Florida will have their listen. It's all gravy for Florida, but you get this far, you want to try to figure out a way to win a couple against Clemson. Clemson, I'll remind people, swept FSU. FSU swept Florida, but just because A beats B and B beats C doesn't mean that C can't beat A. So we'll see what happens. But right now, I would say advantage for FSU. Did Jeff? We mentioned a lot of schools. Did Miami not make a regional this year?
I don't know. I didn't. I don't.
You would think not, right?
I thought they did actually.
Well,
I want to see. I saw them, and I saw their.
I think not, because I didn't hear anything about them. Unless I'm missing it. I'm trying to see what their record was. Because I think the Canes, maybe they did. It's one of 64.
I thought they
right?
made it. I do. I don't know what the.
My computer's acting up, so I'm gonna have some problems here. Let's see if they made one. But anyway, regardless, FSU will get UConn, and Miami or Florida will play. They were 26-30, bro. So no.
Miami was?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, they're 26-30. So yeah, I don't think they're.
Joe says maybe I'm thinking of Ethnic Sands. Do you know who that is? You remember that name?
I remember that
Ethnic
name.
Sands was a receiver in the
at
Canes.
Miami. So maybe that's what it is.
Yeah.
Everett Ethnic. That's probably what it is. Probably the name sounded familiar, and there's no.
Okay.
I'll try though, buddy. You're
I'll
not
give
wrong.
you. I'll give you Ethnic.
Yeah.
I'll give you that one.
Yeah.
I think I've heard of Ethnic. I've heard of Ethnic Sands.
Yeah. Well, maybe Ethnic Sands can get interviewed by Lauren Withrow today, and they can say, "Here, I'm here
Michael
with
Irvin.
Lamar Jackson." I mean,
was Everett Sands playing in the pro?
Yeah. Playing in the Pro-Am.
All right. Citadel assistant coach.
Yeah. With big C on his big Citadel.
Ooh. Celebrity spot though for Everett.
Well, I'm pretty sure this is in, like I said, in that area of the country.
Yeah. Must be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's the head coach or
no.
He's an assistant.
He's an assistant. I'm an assistant coach. So
who had who did you pick?
As far as
this week in the golf,
I got Scotty.
I know you do, but didn't he pick?
He took Rory.
Ludwig and Schauffele? Oh no, he took Rory.
He took Rory. What did Rory shoot yesterday?
Not much.
No. Okay.
2 under. Not terrible.
Oh, okay.
I don't even know who I have. I can't. Oh, Homa. Who do I had? Homa, dude.
You had Homa.
I had Homa and Hovland actually.
No, Hovland had a good day.
Did he?
Yeah, he's like 3 under, I think.
Jeff took Hovland and Homer. I took Rory and Ludwig. Dan took Scotty and Patrick Cantlay.
Cantlay
and
was a disaster.
Took Colin and Xander.
Okay.
Yeah.
Colin and Xander's a pretty good spot. Yeah, they're both 4 under. Anyway.
What did
We got a pretty good leaderboard. What I'm getting at is a pretty good leaderboard. Right now, Scheffler is second. Xander is tied for third with Oberg and Colin Morikawa. You got Tommy Fleetwood, Victor Hovland, Sam Burns, all in that next group. And Rory now is at 2 under par, T14. So
I got a picture of the Gator band, by the way. Thank you to the boys on X, Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah, they look great, man. What a great trip, huh?
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the Guggen said that FSU got invited for the 75th anniversary, and they were also in their band. He was answering, would the Gator band be in their band?
Oh, okay.
Uniform. So the FSU.
They say it's a. I saw somebody else talking about visiting Normandy.
Mm-hmm.
There is a right over the beach, I believe, is a cemetery. And
so if you
it's
visit,
like one cross after another. And they say it points towards the United States, and it has their names. It's very powerful.
Have you? You're certainly aware of like the rumor that the French people are rude. Have you heard that before? Like if you go to France, it's like tougher. They're ruder to like Americans
I've
than
heard
others.
that. Yeah,
right. I don't know.
I have not. I have not been to France.
Yeah, that would be. I mean, don't send me to France, Dan.
No.
Because I get if someone starts being rude, you say, "What? You never heard of Normandy? Do I need to point you there, Chief? Get out, move along, softy."
Oh my!
Huh?
From what I hear, and I think we said this yesterday. From what I hear, when you
go, a fight where there's not one.
When you go to the cities that were occupied by the Germans for 4 years, those people treat
to this day
servicemen as heroes.
We don't have the serviceman part. I was going to say, idea to live a happy life. Move to one of those places.
Well, you could
that love you, love Americans, and love appreciate what you did. Your American military, move over to one of those cities. Maybe they'll appreciate you because here they don't seem to a lot of the time.
So let's take a break. You want to?
Yeah, we'll come back. We'll. What are we doing today? Trending, headlines.
Time for some advice.
Some advice.
Yeah,
We'll give us some advice
Friday
today.
advice day.
That's a great idea. We'll open up the drill mailbag brought to you by Integra Concierge Medicine and more when we return. We just blister our way through a GFL Friday.
The drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
I think we're ready for a tournament.
We are so flipping good.
Attention, Googans. Come drive, drop, and dink with the drill Friday, June 14th.
That's our first tournament.
At the Fruit Cove Recreation Club. Cash prizes, free swag, beginner's clinic, and Jeff Etienne and I in an exhibition match.
It looks so easy.
Go to thefruitcove.com and click on the 1010 flyer. To sign up your men's, women's, or mixed team, that's thefruitcove.com.
We are so good at pickleball.
Sponsored by good friends at Injury Care Centers and Renewal by Anderson Windows and Doors.
Exciting news from All Pro Roofing. Effective right now. You can get an instant roof quote. Just click the Instant Roof Quote tab on their website. Whether you're in need of roofing, exterior siding, or windows, All Pro Roofing is your local partner for quality craftsmanship. Click the Instant Roof tab and voila! Get an instant quote. It's that simple. Click on the Instant Roof Quote tab today at allproroofingllc.com.
License number CCC 1327056.
CBC 060138.
Does the building you go to work in every day need a little love and attention? Jason Parker here with Performance Painting. Great companies take great care of the buildings their staff and customers walk into every day. If the building you're in doesn't match the vision you have for your company, we can help. Go to performance-painting.com. Our highly trained team makes the difference. Quality coatings applied with pride.
Performance Painting.
Hey, certainly facing some interesting economic times, and for me, it's comforting to know my money's in good hands with ITP Partners, man. I love visiting with the ITP Partners. They're Jacksonville guys taking care of my Jacksonville money. I'll admit it, man, I don't understand a ton about the economy. Higher interest rates, 401ks, SEP IRAs. But I do know this, as I move closer to retirement, my money grows. And it grows because of the ITP Partners, the great Jeff Hartman, the outstanding Chris Bryan, the intuitive Reagan Wright, the brilliant Dan Abel, and the ever-steady Reed Wingate. And not just me, 3 generations of Hickens have invested with our friends at ITP Partners, who also invest in the Jacksonville community. They listen, they give us individualized strategies. Our goals are their priority. What a great time to get in the game. ITP Partners there to help. Chris at ITPPartners.com. Chris at ITPPartners.com or call 312-9751. 312-9751. ITP Partners are my financial partners for life.
Your cooling system isn't working. Maybe somebody showed up with a portable electronic device. Then they discussed with you what your options are. Maybe they gave you an estimate that seems like an awful lot of money. What's the smart thing to do? When the situation merits a second opinion, get a Mike Merritt opinion. Yes, the Mike Merritt Comfort Team shows up with hand tools. We've never been able to fix an air conditioning problem with a tablet. Mike Merritt has been the trusted name for more than 30 years because there's never any hocus pocus. The Merritt team will walk you through the diagnostic steps up close and personal and show you exactly what you need. And the Mike Merritt price is likely to be far less because there's never an overtime charge, and the Merritt team doesn't work on commission. So remember, when it comes to the health of your cooling system, a second opinion can only help, and a Mike Merritt opinion can save you money. Florida license CACO 50384.
Hicken here with Zero Res. If you're like me, you like to sit on the sofa and recliners and watch a good game or show. You know, unwind down from the day. But sometimes TV time means food, drink, and a mess as well. That's why you need to have the Zero Res truck out and get that furniture looking great again. All of June, Zero Res offering 25% off all upholstery cleaning,
25% off a sectional, off a sofa, 25% off a love seat, 25% off your favorite recliner. Zero Res, man. You spell it forwards, you spell it backwards. Zero Res. It's the right way to clean.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to our website, CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com. And let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
I wasn't a first-round pick.
Tom McManus.
I wasn't even drafted, but I know what it's like to play in the AFC title game, and I share what I learned with you.
Fridays on Jaguars Today. Brought to you by Renewal by Anderson Windows and Doors on 1010XL.
Yo, it's your boy E to the T. And the NBA playoffs are here, and it's the perfect time to elevate your game with MyBookie. With MyBookie, you can bet from anywhere, anytime, so you'll never miss a shot of making that straight cash, homie. You can even live stream and bet on the game right from the sportsbook, giving you everything you'll need to decide. Cash out or let it ride. MyBookie really makes it easy to get paid with tons of boosted props and slam dunk parlays. And new boosts are now posted on the daily. It's more than just a sports book. Buzzer beaters, underdog upsets, and a community to share in all of the sweats. Give yourself a head start today by using promo code 1010XL when you make your first deposit. That's 1010XL to claim a limited time bonus when you sign up and make your first deposit. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie. Come on, somebody.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
Are you tired of living with constant pain from torn ligaments or nagging tendinitis and bothersome joint pain? Say goodbye to endless medications and invasive surgeries. Go BioTarget Regenerative Treatment is available only at injury care centers. Their innovative approach helps you recover faster and get back to doing what you love without drugs or surgery. Don't just treat the symptoms, target the root cause with BioTarget. Visit GoBioTarget.com to learn more and schedule your appointment today.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Oh!
What a
Leo! Oh, it's a trip down yesteryear. Memory lane. Nostalgia. Take it, Leo.
Hey, I'm your life. I'm the one who takes you there.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm your life.
Different mix.
I'm the one who cares. Hey, hey, Victory. I'm your only true friend now. Hey, I'm forever there.
I'm in a spin.
I'm in a spin, you know.
Everybody.
Shaking on the string, you know. You make me feel like dancing. Dance night away. You make me feel like dancing. You make me feel like dancing.
You know what you like doing, Jeffrey?
I feel like dancing, dancing.
Big finish.
Dance the night away.
Here we go.
It's the worst part. Cover your ears, Gabe. I hope it was worth it. I hope it was worth it. The old commercial where the glass shatters. That
That's so good.
All right, we're going to give you some advice in a second, but gang, in all seriousness, let me give you some advice. I'm talking to you guys out there. And first and foremost, by the way, if you like wasting time filling out forms and sitting around waiting rooms, this isn't for you. But if you want to take control of your health and make your doctor, set a 10 o'clock appointment, be in at 10, have legitimate conversations, find out what's going wrong, do the blood test, get the bioidentical hormones, whether it's testosterone or other, that can make you feel better. This is concierge medicine. And I, like you, probably thought, oh, that sounds expensive. It's not. More than affordable. What concierge really means is personalized. And so if you want a personalized, engaged approach to your health, especially as you age, and find out that these symptoms aren't irreversible, feel better from simple allergies to chronic pain to sexual health, contact my doctor, Paul Busset, at IntegraConciergeMedicine.com or Google Integra Concierge Medicine. I'm telling you, I believe in this big time. Check it out if you want to feel better.
I'm ready to dive into some Deer Drill
And
and
now,
help some people here in Jacksonville.
We will help them right now.
E, if I could have some Deer Drill music, please. This comes from the beach.
Issues here on the First Coast. We try and our best to help you and guide you.
Deer Drill, over the course of 12 years, my husband and I have gifted, I love when we get it from the Guggenellas. My husband and I have gifted more than $400,000 in down payment money to our adult daughter and her husband.
Oh.
Both are now in their mid-40s. I gave them most of the money behind my husband's back.
Uh-oh.
Recently, my daughter's been pressing me for more, saying good grandparents' parents help their kids. I give them $1,200 a month in cash and student loan payments, and I've done this for 10 years. I finally told my husband about my deceit, and he's been incredibly forgiving of me. He understands I have insecurity issues. I worry about losing my daughter's love and contact with our grandchildren. 2 years ago, this is long, our daughter told us, due to our difficult personality, she needed boundaries. And my husband and I were allowed to visit only 1 week a year. They live on the other side of the country. This came as a shock since my husband cared for our grandchildren from birth until the family moved away. Given all this, I told my daughter I felt manipulated and I was giving them a 2-month notice before ending the monthly contributions. She's now cut off all contact with us, blocked the phone calls, the social media. I'm devastated. I feel hopeless and I am seeking counseling. I can't shake the feeling I'm at fault. Thoughts. Blocked at the beach.
Yeah, you are at fault. You're a codependent, weak. I don't know how to tell you. You need some tough love here, honey. Therapy is what you need, and you need years of it. You are incompetent.
Oh, no.
Yeah, incompetent as a parent, as a person. I mean, I don't mean to pile on here, but yeah, go get some therapy, I guess, or just start with just some generic common sense. But if you feel the need to buy your way into your kids' affection, I'd say you raise terrible kids. So you're probably way too far along to do anything about this. Cut ties, and try and have a happy life. But I can tell from your letter that will be impossible.
E?
Like Jeff said, first of all, you raised a horrible kid. Your daughter is horrible. Matter of fact, bye-bye. You, the grandbaby, the husband.
Yeah.
I gave you all that bread, and I'm giving you, that's $1,200 cash you got in your pocket for the rest of your life, mama. Matter of fact, you and your hubby, who was so incredibly forgiving, by the way, you take some of that bread, you take you a little trip to the Cayman Islands, you go drink a pina colada out of coconut.
Oh, no.
I don't have a lot of sympathy for a lady that has sent $500,000 to her daughter. There's a lot of screaming smoke signals here. First of all, this does not speak well for the affluent, who apparently are dumb as the rest of us.
Oh, dear. All right, we got another one. Dear Drill, this comes from the South Side. Another Guggenella. They reach out to us when they need us. I've been married to a wonderful man for 17 years.
Long time. Okay.
Recently, I reconnected online with an old high school flame.
Uh-oh.
We've been talking about my hometown, where he lives now. So many things have changed. I moved away more than 30 years ago. I've been missing it lately. While texting, my old BF hinted that he loves me. I've always felt like he was the one who got away, which he now knows. We've discussed it and agreed that we need to ignore our feelings. The problem is I can't stop thinking about him and the what-ifs. It is making me grumpy and picky with my husband, whom I adore. Will this feeling go away, and are we right to try to deny our feelings?
Where do I unpack this?
You say I miss it.
I don't know how else to say this, lady. You're a tag here watch. So, yeah, I'd say bus on up to the old hometown and throw down in a hotel for 3 days and do your husband a favor and get the hell out.
Oh,
you
no.
nasty tag here watch. End of story.
E?
I love this. I love my husband so much. He's so awesome. But I find myself short and cranky because I'm, pleasuring myself mentally while I think about my lover that could be.
No.
Seriously. No. That's what she's saying.
40 nasty.
Dear Abby, I'm a tag here watch. Thoughts. I mean, seriously, you strike up this relationship. And by the way, by the time Abby got it, she'd already gone and thrown down with the dude.
What are you talking about?
Whoever. We got it. It seems
What the hell's
Abby.
wrong with you?
It seems
dear.
Abby. If you're listening out at the beach, honey, you too join a codependent mom and get therapy together.
Oh, man.
I say we meet him at the airport.
Weights and fish. That's all we can do. You've gotten the best of us today.
I've got one more.
All right, good. Where's this come from?
This comes from the West Side.
Thank you.
West
I need some
Side.
West Side justice. Give me some West Side justice.
Dear Drill.
Give me
South
something
Side
from
and Beach have
103rd.
left me
Yeah.
unfulfilled today.
I need something from 103rd.
My boyfriend and I have been together for 8 years.
Okay.
We live separately. I live with my son. The problem is my boyfriend says he loves me, but he doesn't seem to like spending time with me.
Okay.
He'd rather mow my lawn than spend the same amount of time just hanging out.
Okay.
We used to see each other several times a week, a few times on the weekend, sometimes a weeknight as well, but the time he wants to share has been dwindling more and more. Right now, his work schedule gives him 4 days off in a row. What hurts my feelings, he tells me about all the projects he wants to do without me. He even tells me about trying to find things to do with his time. I told him I miss him. I like to do things with him, but most of the time, he declines. If I try explaining how I feel, he exaggerates and says that if I had my way, I'd have all of his free time. I've asked him to go for walks with me. I feel lonely and undesired. I think I should end the relationship, but I'm afraid I'll never find someone else, and that what little I have is better than being completely alone. Help me figure this out.
Okay.
E?
You're a booty call. He doesn't like you. I've got a number from my last letter. Let me give you
no.
her husband, and you two get together.
Oh, dear.
And then the tag hero can fly off to the hometown.
What's
And you
happening
can let
here?
your husband, who obviously is getting it somewhere else, or your boyfriend, doesn't like you. I don't know if you've changed physically or if he finds you just typically displeasing. But anytime someone opts to spend less and less and less time with you, it's because they don't like you.
E?
Now,
As simple as that.
got to understand, though, like, why? What has changed?
Well, it's hard to know.
Has the delight declined?
Maybe she went Miss Alabama on him.
You know, buddy,
That's
maybe
fair.
he's missing out on the afternoon delight. I don't know. That's for you to decipher, because he don't want to hang out with you. He don't love you no more. So, baby girl, you
Yeah,
got
I
to
don't know if
figure
he
it out.
ever loved you. You've been boyfriend and girlfriend. If you're like in your 20s
8 years.
or 30s and you've been boyfriend, girlfriend for 4 years or 8 years or whatever it was, I mean, honey, I don't know what to tell you, man.
Stop the cap.
And y'all got to have some self-respect out there. Project
Been
self-respect.
a dark day for the drill.
Start there. Maybe some church on Sunday. Something, man.
Got some problems out
All
there.
right, gang, that's the advice. We give it as best we can. I've got advice for you, you men out there, whether it's maybe some low sex drive and libido to chronic fatigue. Find the cause and get your hormones in balance and feel better soon. You can at Integra Concierge Medicine. Appointments that always run on schedule. Do this today. Call Integra Concierge Medicine. Set up a complimentary first appointment. Find out what it's all about in the past to you feeling better in so many different ways. I trust my guy, Paul Bousset, at Integra Concierge Medicine.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Dan Hicken and Jeff Prosser share the huddle with Freddie T.
Bring it in.
Monday morning running back with Fred Taylor is fueled by Epstein and Robbins.
Fred Taylor, he's a candidate to go the distance.
And B&B Fuel and Lubricants on 1010XL.
Hey, gang, when it comes to insurance, I think we all kind of think alike, right? We start thinking about those monthly premiums that we pay. Oof, that's a lot of cash. And if something happens, we need you to be there. That's what Craig and Chris Kaprosky do. They take care of all of our insurance needs. And when I say take care, I mean it. If something happens, you call the Kaproskys, they answer. If, by some means, they don't answer, they call you right back. It's called customer service. Something the Kaproskys don't take lightly. So if you need homeowners, auto, flood, boat insurance, small business, the Kaproskys will be there for you at your time of need. How do I know? Because I speak from the truth. They've been there for me and my family numerous times. Get an insurance checkup today. Craig.Kaprosky at goosehead.com. Craig.Kaprosky, K-O-P-R-O-S-K-I at goosehead.com. Call 478-8422. They're part of the Goosehead Insurance family and part of our family as well.
All
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Lauren Brooks here from Mayport CNC Fisheries. At my house, we had a feast from Mayport CNC Fisheries with the freshest shrimp around, and it was unbelievable. They also have oysters, scallops, mahi, and so much more. Want to eat like a local? Head to the beach and visit my friends at Mayport CNC Fisheries.
Hi, this is Earl Ron, president of New South Window. New South is having a one-day factory sale this Saturday only in our factory showroom. 40% off energy-efficient windows and patio doors. One day only, this Saturday from 9 till 4. Please visit us at newsouthwindow.com.
Electricians, innovators, and tech enthusiasts, listen up. Miller Electric is shaping the future, and we want you to be a part of it. From healthcare and data centers, corporate offices, aviation, and industrial facilities, Miller Electric is powering the most exciting projects in Jacksonville and beyond. We offer not just a job, but a thrilling career with great pay and incredible benefits. Visit us at millercareers.com to apply. Miller Electric, where your skills meet our vision, and equal opportunity employer.
Look out, world, we're getting strong. The future's here and we belong. She can STEM, she can do more. Like build a rocket and watch it soar. Or clean the oceans and make the world a better place. Oh, she can STEM, so can you. Find a cure, invent something new. There's no challenge in the world that she can't face. She can STEM.
Learn more at She Can STEM. A message brought to you by the Ad Council.
This Date in Sports History is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On June 7th, 1982, Los Angeles Dodgers first baseman Steve Garvey played his 1,000th consecutive game, becoming just the 5th person to do so.
Your Jaguars game day, your way. Whether you want to see a division rival like the Titans, an NFC North opponent like the Packers, or a mix, deciding on your favorite matchups has never been easier with Bundle at the Bank.
Touchdown, Travis Etienne!
Get tickets to 3 or more games starting at just $58 per game. It's as easy as pick, pay, and play. But seats are selling fast, so visit Jaguars.com/tickets or call 904-633-2000.
Let's go! Join us this Saturday, June 8th at 7 o'clock in the ViStar Veterans Memorial Arena as your Sharks take on the Tulsa Oilers. Great seats are still available. Ask about our awesome family package. 4 tickets, 4 food or merchandise vouchers, and a $25 Al's Pizza gift card. Get yours today. Call 904-621-0700 or visit jacksonsharks.com. Shark Tank is having a luau, so break out your flip-flops and grass skirts and come join us. Check out the Polynesian dancers and learn the hula at Shark Fest, our pregame party. The first 1,000 fans will get a free lei. It's going to be a totally tubular night.
Jacksonville Sharks, Tulsa Oilers.
That's Saturday, June 8th, 7 o'clock. For tickets, call 904-621-0700 or visit jacksonsharks.com. That's 904-621-0700 or jacksharks.com. Let's go!
Let's go!
I know you want maximum equity from your home, but you're not quite sure how when it comes time to sell it. I'll tell you how. I'll give you 2 hows, Chad and Sandy. More on that in a second. It's a tougher market now. It means it's crucial to hire the right agents to sell your home to maximize price, and we have been telling you now for years, and why I'm recommending Chad and Sandy Newman at chadandsandy.com. They've got the plan and experience to sell your home fast for maximum cash. No required costly repairs. Pick your move date. There are no long-term contracts. You can cancel at any time, but most importantly, Chad and Sandy guarantee your home sold at an agreed-upon price and deadline, or they will buy it. Take Mary in Panther Creek. My dream was to move from my Panther Creek home into a new Del Webb Sweetwater home closer to my family. Chad and Sandy made it happen. They sold my own home in just 14 days, plus they helped me get into my new dream home at the same time. Call the Jacksonville experts I trust and recommend. Call Chad and Sandy at 414-6200, 904-414-6200, or chadandsandy.com.
How nice would it be not to worry about your AC unit for 10 years? What? Bonds Heating and Air, standing by their units for 10 years. Imagine not having to think about your AC unit for a decade. Bond's 10-year warranty covers the parts, labor, and refrigerant. Basically everything. No fictional problems that will cost thousands. This is legit. An AC unit with no repair costs. Wouldn't that be nice? So remember, if your AC unit won't turn on, just call Vaughn's. That's Vaughn's Heating and Air.
1010XL is presented by Berra and Berra, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the cool down from the cool guys at Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing. Fast, reliable, and honest service since '87.
E, what you cooling down about?
What am I cooling down about, man? It's the weekend.
Yeah.
Dear Abby was popping today.
Deer drill is what we call
Deer
it. I don't know why
drill.
you both are calling it Deer Abby. It's
Downton Abbey.
starting to annoy me hell a lot.
Downton Abbey.
I mean, I work hard to get these letters. I mean,
yeah, they're piling up in their way. They're getting mad at us because they're piling up. So
Don't do it enough.
Yeah,
Lord, guys ruin a bit like nobody.
There'll be more to come, I think. I tell you what I'm cool on. I'm cool on no one either through social media, typical media, text line, phone call, email, straight text can tell me whether or not Scotty Scheffler pulled off an epic troll or if he is just that out of touch with reality like from the rest of us. I think.
Why would you say out of touch with reality with Scotty Scheffler and not just say stupid?
Because I don't know if not knowing the pronunciation of a city is necessarily stupid if you've never been there, but I still am surprised that you wouldn't know. Like, usually you get
grown
trouble
up in the United
if you don't just say Louisville. We live in the South, Hick. I don't know, man.
I don't know. I'm asking. Like, it's not like it's Peabody, Massachusetts, where you say Peabody or Peabody. It's not like Worcester, where it's Worcester and you call it Worcester.
Again, if you...
This is Louisville.
Right.
You've heard it a million times.
I have here. I have.
Scotty
I don't know.
grew up in Texas,
I'd have
didn't
to
he?
ask him. I don't know. Again, that's the question. Is it a troll? Is it not a troll? You think it's a troll? I'm not so sure.
I pray it's a troll. Or again, I will tell him what, that...
Or you tell him he can go join the live tour.
Well, I'm telling him when he talks about the good Lord above and says how blessed he is,
Yeah.
he damn sure is, because all he can do is hit a golf ball if he doesn't know it's Louisville and not Louisville.
Maybe it's Louisville,
like you said,
Texas.
Louisville or... what was the other?
Louisville.
Louisville.
Yeah.
Louisville.
Louisville or Louisville.
Nevada. I mean, that I get. Good Lord, man.
Nevada. Colorado. That's not quite the same.
It's not the same.
No. I get it. I don't disagree.
I learned about it. I don't know.
What'd
I'm
you
cooling
learn?
down, too.
Oh.
I'm cooling down with Yogi
Sorry.
Berra, Lawrence Peter Berra.
Yeah.
Not only has he been part of 13 World Series, including 10 as a player with the Yankees and won 3 MVPs, he was also a machine gunner storming the beaches of Omaha when he was 19 years old.
Yeah, D-Day got its proper respect this week.
Shout out,
Glad
Yogs.
that.
Shout
All right,
out.
let's everyone have it. What about you, E? You got anything going on this weekend? Got Sharks tomorrow.
Sharks tomorrow until I get that phone call. I'm chilling, but I know I'm gonna get that phone call
Call's
and get in the
coming.
streets.
He'll be he might be at a golf course near you. He might be
Yep.
clubbing.
Yep.
I know this. Some point this weekend, I'm going to get that FaceTime call.
Yeah.
Guess where I am?
Back seat somewhere.
Oh, Bad Boys came out. Hey, you gotta
Bad
go
Boys
watch-
4.
Yeah.
We got to go see that, you and me.
Ride or die.
Larry.
The way they shun
Hey,
me.
Larry.
It's unbelievable.
Mike
it's a good thing
Lowry.
I have it's a good thing I have such strong self-esteem.
I
Because
guess
the way they shun me, Double D.
Am
they
I
just
Lowry?
Baz up, ride
Which one am
around,
I?
Go to drive-ins.
I'm Martin, aren't I?
Marcus?
I'm Marcus.
You want to be Marcus?
Well, am I Martin Lawrence, aren't I?
I mean, you can be.
He's an older guy, right?
Now, Dan, will you take your truck and y'all throw an air mattress in the back at the drive-in, or will you just sit in the
Come
back
on,
seat?
man.
How's it work? Huh? Yeah.
Yo, hate over there.
Yeah, I am hating on you. You're right. You know,
Hating
how many
on us,
times
dog.
you guys gonna book these 3-week
do?
vacations and not even look my way? Huh?
Gonna do?
I'll see you this
Shop
weekend, E.
liver?
Woo-woo.
Have me the hen ready.
I'm
A little hen in Madeira.
I'm gonna combine the two phrases and invite you both to Vaz and Die this weekend.
White boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you?
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
The fire which burns inside them. It's essential to understand that battles are won primarily in the hearts of men. And once you have won their hearts, they'll follow you anywhere.